You call, I answer. Pushing you on the scene. Man, come on, I'm ready to go. Calculated. Time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe? Stop, kid. You're killing me here. And only one of us is allowed to do the killing. PlayStation.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sets here on a Monday night. We're back on Monday, not a Tuesday, and we're here to be talking some more Street Fighter here on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, and we continue to spread that love, and in preparation of Street Fighter 6, still enjoy the remaining days of Street Fighter 5. I'm going to be your host tonight, Jammerz, and alongside me are my two lovely co-hosts. We got a fair bit to talk about, but rolling the camera intros, Richard, because they are here. There they are. They keep giggling about something. I don't know what they're giggling about, but I'm sure they're going to share.
Jammerz doesn't know.
They're going to tell me the joke. Anyway.
I was giggling because I could hear someone breathing in their mic and I didn't know who it was.
Okay.
Intense action.
Right. Veggey, how you doing? You're a bit chummy today, but talk to me.
Well, what does chummy mean?
You're very happy today. Talk to me.
I feel like I'm really happy most of the time, Jammerz, but I guess I'm extra happy today. I'm just a happy guy, you know. I'm happy I got the new camera going. Need to fix the light a little bit, but I do like the color that the camera brings, like the realism. Just needs to shaping it up. So I'm happy about that.
Graphics.
What about you, Olvaha?
You know, it's been a long day, but I'm always looking forward to sets, and especially when we have Zangief. Our favorite boy, right, Veggey?
Zangief. Yeah, and I mean, it is Blocktober right now, so I don't know how much blocking you're going to do against Zangief, but what do you think, Jammerz?
Well, we'll find out indeed. But these guys did slowly allude to it, but we're going to get to that in a second. We need to break it down for you guys, give the run a show, because I know we're going to have people coming each and every time, and we got to run it through. Richard, if you put the graphic up, yes, this is it. We're trying to go back to our old ways, but I do have an announcement at the end of the show. It's pretty important. It's nothing to do with Street Fighter 6, but it is pretty important. But yes, we're going to do our general talk at the start, of course, and there is actually a fair bit to talk about today, because a lot has happened over the past week or two. So we're going to be doing our general talk right now. Then we're going to be bringing in our guests in about 10 to 12 minutes. We're going to be bringing our Canadian guests in. And then once we talk to them or finish talking to them for 20 minutes or so, we're going to get preparations ready for the first to 10. So if you don't want to stick around for this pre-match interview and all this banter that we like to do and discuss other things revolving around Street Fighter 5 community around the world, you can leave now and you can come back in about half an hour to 35 minutes. But then, of course, they alluded to it. Now we've got to show you the fight card. Richard, roll the fight card so that people know what's going on. We advertised this on Friday. We were earlier than usual. But yes, we are heading back to Canada for another exhibition. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a surprise backstory. I actually wanted to set this up before we set up the previous exhibition we had with Todokai and Andy Enigma. Sorry, shouts to those guys for joining the show. But we had to cancel because I did have bronchitis that time and other things happened at the time. But we managed to get these guys back on the show. Silver Rupee will be joining us and he'll be going up against Brutus, the guy who knows the tricks behind social media within the FGC. So we're going to be asking him about that. And we're going to be talking to Silver Rupee about Ed, amongst other things as well. We do have them in the green room waiting. But yeah, Geef versus Ed. It could be Geef versus Ed. It could be Abigail versus Ed.
No, please give us the Geef. I mean, okay. We're closing in on Street Fighter 6, right?
Okay.
And this Zangief is very different from other Zangiefs. And he is very fun to watch.
Okay.
And Brutus has one of the Geefs, one of the best Geefs around in the world. And we have how many months left? We don't know, but there's not too many months, Olvaha. Why would you? Don't give us a Canadian Abigail. We want to indulge in gourmet gameplay, which we will be served by the Canadian guy named Brutus with his Zangief.
For Geeftober.
For Geeftober, and the other guy needs to remember it is Blocktober, but don't block against Zangief.
No.
Ever.
No.
Just hold up.
That's what they do say anyway. I mean, Olvaha, Silver Rupee's going to be picking Edge for sure. He's had good results with him in recent times. But who do you want to see, Abigail or Zangief?
Obviously, I want to see Zangief because he's my original man, the main man in 4, in 5, and in every other iteration of Street Fighter. I normally grab... Yeah, Alpha 3 Geef, great. Alpha 2 Geef, fantastic. Maybe not Super Turbo, but outside of that.
Cross-Tekken Geef?
Well,
for sure.
That's my favorite Geef,
by the way.
His,
but I also
was one of the best lights in Street Fighter Cross Tekken as well.
It was so good leading into the Magic series. Yeah, but
Geef in Cross Tekken was amazing. That's the most fun character I've ever played in my life.
But I also wanted to allude to Silver Rupee and Ed. Ed obviously has been making waves recently, has been a hot topic, a hot potato.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. We're going to be
1, 2, 3.
Because we do have a fair bit to talk about with Silver Rupee about the character, as well as we're going to show you something which happened over the past weekend as well.
Big true.
A certain Ed player, but we'll get onto that. Speaking of which, talking about Street Fighter, something was announced recently. I don't know if you guys have heard the 411. Street Fighter League is around, but it's not for the US. The US is coming. There's another region that's still around. I wonder if we've got that video ready to show the peoples, because it's a very big deal for us. Our first opportunity to be joining such a prestigious event such as Street Fighter League. And my guys are getting the video ready as we do speak. But they did announce it on Twitter. They did announce it on the YouTubes as well. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be having Street Fighter League Europe coming to you very soon. It's actually, I believe I'm not mistaken, it is going to be a week away from now. And this lovely man is included in it. There you go. The video is here. It's going to be playing in the background. And shout outs to Webedia. This is the company that put the production together for Street Fighter League Europe. This has got to be an amazing video by them, I must say. But yes, 6 teams are involved, 24 players distributed amongst those 6 teams. And you got Team Mouse, Problem X being the captain. You got Team Reason with Team MQS being the captain there. You got Team Go, Team GO. Luffy is going to be manning the helm on that team there. Then we got Team BMS, none other than Mr. Crimson taking the charge with that team. Team Wild Blast, a team comprised of players from multiple countries in Europe. Vega Patch will be leading the front on them. And last but not least, Veggey.
Yeah,
they gave him the captaincy rights.
Look at this dude.
They gave him and then they put Phenom at the end. I was laughing at them when they put Phenom at the end there. When they announced Veggey as a captain, they immediately put Phenom afterwards. But yes, they put this trailer together. And this will be happening a week from now, and this will be this will be in conjunction with the announcement I've got to make later. But yes, there will be further details. Hopefully they come out later this week for that. But yes,
Big true.
You over there, the captain, you're part of SFL again.
So that's the funny part, right? They kept asking like, who's captain this, captain that, and we didn't really understand what does it mean to be a captain.
Right.
And then our manager's like, oh,
who makes the decisions?
Yeah. Then it's like, oh, Veggey's the captain. But then I was thinking, but the star player is Venom, obviously, right?
Right.
And so, and then we it was very hard actually to make that call, since the captain is the star player in every other team. It should be in our team as well. So what we did was kind of made it a double role, because my manager said Veggey has to be the captain because of like to answer the questions and stuff like that. But then I wanted Venom to be like the front figure. So it worked out that way.
Okay.
Veggey, were you like, when you were figuring out who was the captain, you were like, look at me, I am the captain now.
Yes.
Look at me.
He's got his
I'm
own
the
advert.
captain now,
He's the captain. I mean, what more else could we give this man over here? He deserves everything. But no, it's good to see that you're part of Street Fighter League again.
Yes, obviously, fantastic.
Let us know in the Twitch chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, let us know in the comments who you're rooting for Street Fighter League Europe, because 24 players, some of the strongest in European Street Fighter action, are going to be there. They're going to be battling it out. It's going to be on every Monday, I believe, so it's going to be a juicy one. So make sure you tune in. There might be one or two more surprises along the way that you will see there. But you know what? It's crazy, right? Because you've got guys like Phenom, Problem, Crimson, Luffy, Valmaster's there. You know, Rickerman's Barnett's on your team. You know, Team Reason's got a good squad from the looks of it. MQS, Shivs, One Step Layered, and Soundboy. You know, there's plenty of teams that are just healthy and in depth. Like, look at even Team Wildbox, right? Vega Patch, Momi's returning. You got MDZ Jimmy. Jimmy could do some damage in tournament environments, man. He's been doing that in the World Warriors, so who knows? He could do a thing there, but only time will tell. He knows. He definitely knows, because he's done it already.
I think personally, I feel like EU has always had like fantastic character variety, and like seeing all these different players, you know, repping their own characters, it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for it to start.
Yeah.
But because in Europe it's like they got to the level with the character and they just never change.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of different in other regions, I feel. Like in Europe, it's like we have the claws, the birdie,
the edge,
the
edge.
There's not as much movement regarding.
People just don't move. It's like, I'm here, and we're gonna live together until the next Street Fighter game. Let's just hope we can be comfortable.
Yeah, of course. And,
Get comfy.
Get comfortable indeed, because it's going to be non-stop high-level action every Monday for you guys as well. But yes, look, you know, there's only 24 players, and there's so many other names that weren't involved in that roster. Like, you didn't see Infectious' name, you didn't see Hurricane's name, you didn't see Ending Walker's name. There were tons of names that weren't involved. Speaking of Ending Walker, Richard, do you mind flashing over to the next static so that people can see? Because he had another great weekend. Right, Ending Walker takes the 4th and the penultimate UK CPT for the World Warriors Series, and he stays up top of the leaderboard with 200 points. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he has won, it's either 9 or 10 tournaments in a row, 6 of them being off the Salt Mine League ranking season, and 4 of them being the World Warrior events. Now,
all of them?
Yes. He hasn't lost a tournament.
That's crazy.
I think in the past 4 months. I could be wrong. Every tournament he's entered, he's won. Or I think there's probably 1 or 2 I'm missing where he's come like second or something. But when he's playing for keeps, he hasn't lost. And he is on a huge streak. And this was funny because a lot of people, when SFL EU was announced, they were asking, where is Ending Walker? And you definitely live under a rock, because it's not just bells and whistles as, oh, the best players should be invited. Fortunately, one of our best players is underage, so he can't actually join the competition by actual law. So that's it. That's the only reason why Ending Walker is not part of SFL or involved in any teams, because he was actually at one of the top of the list to be invited, but because he's 16, he cannot join SFL. So the only thing we can tell him is keep playing and grow up faster. That's it. Hey, grow up, man. No if and buts or maybe.
Yeah,
that is literally it.
Drink more milk.
Just grow up.
That's it.
Drink more milk.
But you know what? It's going to be interesting indeed. And he's doing all he can right now. So once again, congratulations to Ending Walker for maintaining this streak there. Shout outs to Problem X, Shivs, One Step Layered, Gunslinger, Muscle Noob, all the guys, Mopolapo, sorry, all the guys that have been performing and like acquiring those points for the World Warriors like finals. Because it's interesting because this is what's interesting about the format. He's winning all these tournaments and there's still a regional final to play. He's got a very high chance of winning the regional final, but there's still a chance
because
that,
But it's like, it's kind of like, you kind of feel like when there is a leaderboard over 5 tournaments,
it should just be by leaderboard.
It should just be by leaderboard.
That's my opinion.
Think personally, but that's my opinion too. But at the same time, if everyone came in with that attitude, they might have played, like, who knows who has tactics to like downplay or save characters, you don't know. So of course now it's too late to do something like that. But I personally think that of course if you have the opportunity to make a leaderboard, just have qualification by leaderboard, and then you can reward consistency in that region, and then you have the one shot in the premier event, and will be. But I mean, it is what it is. At least you get the seeding. So hopefully the best players will be seeded apart from each other and in the World Warrior finals. But just, I mean, at some point it says when the World Warriors are coming to an end, I think we should just look through quite a few of them, at least the European region, just to see like who we're getting to see in those World Warrior finals, like who made it. Because
it's
looking at the UK, sorry, but the UK one is really interesting looking at, because it's a surprising. It's very surprising when you look at it. Yeah,
so much
different than what you
skill.
expect.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of density there, and
but there's things you didn't expect.
That's
in
true.
that leaderboard.
Yes and no.
And yes.
Well, you're looking at it from an outside perspective. I'm in that.
Yeah,
so
Veggey, you're an outsider.
It's
calling me an outsider, man.
You
Just
know, mind your
anyway.
business, Veggey. Mind your business, Veggey.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
All
they're not outsiders, but they are our guests, and I can't keep them waiting for too long. So we are going to stop our ideal talk, because we're actually having a lovely talk with them before. These guys continue to laugh. I don't know why. Anyway, we are going to get our guests in, Brutus and Silver Rupee, to have a chat with them. So when these guys are ready, they can unmute their microphones, and then we can fire away by doing a lovely question and answer. Because there is a couple of things I do want to ask, and I'm pretty sure my co-hosts over there want to ask them as well. So let's fire away with this interview. So let me find out, do we have Brutus and Silver Rupee on the microphones?
Checking in, 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Check.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3.
I see what you did there. Anyway, and you know what? I love it, because I'm actually going to need my stream team to change the graphics around for Brutus and Silver Rupee, because you got them playing the wrong characters. That's fantastic of you guys. Anyway, while we do that, Brutus and Silver Rupee, thank you very much for taking time out your day to join us, because obviously we wanted to get you on about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I did fill you in on the situation. Trust me, I'm on point with telling these guys what's going on with these situations as much as I can.
And I wanted to have you on as like 2 years ago, so that's just me.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
Veggey.
He's so nice.
You're so
nice.
sweet,
I mean,
Veggey.
it sounds a little bit nicer than before, but still.
I wanted to have them as guests when Third Strike was still a game.
Well, if you want to date back to
I don't think Brutus
That game's old. No, I wasn't. That game is older than me. I'm not even lying.
Wow.
Oh man.
But right, anyway, let's not go down that road. I don't know where this conversation was derailing to. But, right, yes, gentlemen, in this first part of the show, we get to interview, you get to know a little bit more about you and the characters you play, your character choices. Don't worry, Brutus, we got a lot of questions for you about your choices.
Oh, I know, bud.
They are. Just about that. But I do have to ask you, where on earth does the name Brutus come from? What, did you just stand in the middle of the road and said Brutus is a good name? Or like, what is it?
So I used to play Call of Duty a lot growing up as a kid, right?
Yeah, like
and one of the Call of Duty's games, you play like the zombies mode.
Yeah.
And the boss zombie on one of the maps is called Brutus. So I just stole the name.
Was
it's
this
literally
was this World at War or was this Black Ops?
This is Black Ops 2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Mob of the Dead.
Nice, I like that. Do you know what? Because I rarely played zombies, so I didn't really know that. But no, it's good to know that you got a name from Call of Duty series. That's pretty cool. Now, Silver Rupee, talk to me. That's not a Zelda thing, is it? Am I wrong in saying that?
It actually is absolutely a Zelda thing.
Yes. I remembered something.
Man of culture. Man of culture.
Nice. Okay,
so like Legend of Zelda, like one of my favorites is Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So those two
culture.
kind of like,
Right.
Incredibly cultured.
Okay, so we got two players that literally have based their names off of things from other games. You know what? I highly respect it. And you know what? If people do get those references and whatnot, I was more familiar with Silver Rupee than Brutus, but when you get it, like it's a joy to hear and great to see. Because you know what? I have to ask sometimes, because some people, you think there isn't a deeper meaning, and there is. And it's like, let me just ask, let me find out anyway. But
yeah, I mean, for Brutus, it sounds like it could have been like he's a brute.
Legit, it sounds like someone. It sounds like something
Well,
that somebody
yeah,
could in
that's
high
part.
school or something.
Yeah, that was part of the reason why I stole it. Like the guy Brutus in the game is like this big brooding character, and I was like, well, I play big brooding characters, so I'll just steal the name.
Wow,
Is the antagonist from Popeye called Brutus in other languages? Because in Finland it's like Brutus.
I think it is. I can't say I've watched Popeye, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that reference before.
That's definitely older than he is as well.
Insane.
Well, that's older than me, and I'm the oldest here.
Oh man,
I love that.
But right, going back to what you mentioned before, Bruce, you mentioned big body characters. What on earth made you gravitate towards it? I need to find out the reason why people look at big people and said, you know what, they look like they're gonna ruin somebody's day. I'ma pick them. Talk to me.
So I've just always liked like brute characters growing up, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Raphael was my favorite turtle.
Okay.
I just always liked like the big, strong, brooding guys. I don't know, like I just look at them, they appeal to me.
Fair play. I mean, it's nothing special about mechanics. It's just like you're just a big guy, or you're the biggest person in the game. I'll just play you.
Well, no, they're big and they gotta look cool. Like Birdie, he's big, he doesn't look cool. You know what I'm saying? Birdie's not cool.
Okay,
Definitely looks
fair.
cool.
No.
Right. Let me ask you this before Veggey starts getting upset and like telling his whole life story about Birdie. Did you play Hugo in 4?
I like Hugo. I didn't really play him that much, but I love Hugo. He's cool.
Hugo's
Because
so
like,
cool.
I know you like to play Geef, but Hugo as a substitute or even your main would have made more sense if you're sticking to that. Because I can literally remember all the big bodies in all these games. I'm like, yeah, Brutus would just play every single one of them, just ruin everybody's day. So, go on.
I liked Hugo in 4 because he had the extra pre-jump frames.
Yes.
He has 6, so I could do standing 720s with Hugo. So that's the main reason I picked Hugo. I'd pick Hugo to do standing 720s.
Okay, fair. All right, Veggey, you
That's
seem
a
like
good
you want to get something off your
Yeah,
chest.
I
there
just
about-
want to ask, what is it with Birdie that makes you think he does not look cool?
They're flicking boogers at me, throwing cans on the ground. I don't know, man. I kept it kind of lame.
So it's he's not clean enough for you. He's not big.
Yeah,
and
he's not clean enough, bro. Yo, you know what I mean? He's kind of lame.
No,
He's
okay, fair. I totally respect that. Now, another question I've got to ask Brutus before we move on to Silver Rupee is why on earth have you stuck with Zangief for so long in this game? Are you some sort of like masochist or something? You just like?
I guess a little bit. I just play characters I like. There's nothing deeper about it than that. Like, Zangief is just a character that appeals to me, so that's who I play.
The bigger
Abigail
they are,
too.
the lower tier they are.
Well, I mean,
Zangief and Abigail.
You picked Abigail, like, obviously around the time of his release, and you stuck with both the characters. But I do feel, I think recently, your competitive drive hasn't been as strong as it has been in recent times. So I don't know what the situation about that is with you. But I'm like, damn, is he still playing Geef? Like, has he not moved on? But, you know.
No, I haven't moved on.
I don't think, well, the big bodies will always be problems. I mean, just ask the Japanese players. They'll put Zangief high for no apparent reason. And then, you know, you see that situation. But what is your opinion on Zangief specifically right now?
Oh, he's probably the second worst character in the game.
Okay.
Who's the worst?
Who's the worst?
Probably Dan.
Nah,
No.
Now, here we go.
No,
I always get to this argument. I think Dan is the worst character in the game.
Yeah, Ultra David disliked this post.
Nah.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Okay, sorry, this is an impromptu question because I do want to talk to Silver Rupee. Why do you think Dan's
Yeah.
the worst character in the game?
I don't think he wins any matchups. Like, he has strong, like, strength as a character. Like, he has good pressure. His neutral's okay. But he does, like, you never play any matchup in this game and you're like, man, I wish I had a pocket game.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Let me. I get entirely what you mean, but isn't that the same case with Lucia though?
I don't know enough about Lucia to really give an opinion on that.
So how on earth do you know enough about that?
I don't think Lucia is very strong either, so
Okay.
I don't think she's very strong, but she probably wins some matchups, I'd imagine.
But I feel like this is what people would say about Ed back in the days. But
well.
look where we are now with Ed. So.
No.
Oh, I mean, hold.
He's gotten buffs.
Oh,
He's gotten buffs.
well, it's true, but you know what? We have to transition over to Silver Rupee. But Silver Rupee, talk to me. Your opinion on Ed right now. How strong do you actually think he is?
I honestly believe he's a pretty strong character. I would say maybe you could even think of him as like top mid. It's just he's had so much quality of life changes that have made it better. And I think that's the main thing too. Like, sure, he's got a few buffs when it comes to certain activation setups. I would say like even with the flicker buffs as well. But the thing is, like, it's more quality of life stuff that has made him better, I feel like.
Okay, and then before
He's got
before
a pretty
I hand
good quality of life.
Before I hand over to Veggey to ask the question, if you had to remove one of these two things, which would you remove, Silver Rupee? The V-Trigger 2 guard break or the EX Psycho Knuckle? What would you remove? Have we still got it?
I'd say the Psycho Knuckle. I would rather keep the plus frames and also the pressure of VT2 and like not getting V reversal every single time you try to use it.
Okay, can I actually?
Please, Olvaha.
Yeah. Okay, so Silver Rupee, I wanted to ask, do you use V-Trigger 1 at all from Ed? I feel like it's really undervalued. What is your opinion on V-Trigger 1 for Ed?
It's very good. I personally don't use it because I feel like I don't optimally use it.
Okay.
I don't know like the setups that a lot of people like Annie Walker, or even like a few North American players like Finesse would do. But I really do value it. I use it for certain matchups, and I honestly think it's a really good tool, especially from the buffs that have happened for that as well.
Okay, fair. Because, like, again, it's one of those situations. It's similar to Akuma, right? Because his V-Trigger 2 is not bad. It just gets overshadowed by what's available with V-Trigger 1. I feel that's the same case with Ed V-Trigger 2 and, of course, his V-Trigger 1. Because the V-Trigger 1's a utility V-Trigger, whereas V-Trigger 2 is that main comeback tool. And it's probably annoyed everyone under the sun at this point.
It's interesting, though. I feel like the thing is, when it comes to the difference between VT1 and VT2, it's not as... I would say a drastic change compared to, like you said, Akuma VT1 to VT2.
Yeah.
Like, plenty of people can actually choose just one or the other. Whereas I feel like with Akuma, it's sort of like you can use two, but you would prefer one no matter what.
Okay, no, fair. At the end of the day, it can be personal preference, but like, I'll go on.
I would actually agree with Mr. Moist Waffles. I mean, that was the
Mistopheles, Jesus.
Yeah,
Moist
Waffles. I mean,
Waffles.
that was like the name he got in the sets,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And no disrespect, of course, because I personally, when I play against an Akuma and V-Trigger 2, I think they're more scary now than Akuma and V-Trigger 1.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, because you lack knowledge on V-Trigger 2.
I mean, what knowledge do I really need to have when they just hit me for half my life?
You tell me that after you lose. Well, there you go.
I know everything.
Well, you say that. As
I
well.
know, Olvaha knows a lot. Yeah, but anyway, like, so you say you would put Ed at a high mid.
So what? Would you put him as a top 10 character, Silver Rupee?
Yeah. What is high mid is what I was going to ask. Like,
I would say high mid. I can't see him as a top 10 though.
Wow. Okay.
But is high mid like top 30 or is it top 15?
I would say like top 15, top 20.
Okay, so okay, I can see that. Probably again because a lot of people they do misunderstand when they're looking at Ed's strengths and what ending Walker does with Ed. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There is a very big difference when it comes to something like that. But we do. It's always good to ask an outside perspective because when you talk to Ending Walker, well, first of all, he is young and he's just dominating everyone, so he sees things in a very very skewed perspective. That's no disrespect, but it's because he's beating everyone. He thinks a certain way, and I need a different perspective. It's like, you know what?
Of course.
Maybe Ed as a character struggles here, there, so on and so forth. But it's interesting. But Silver Rupee, let me ask you, what do you think Ed's bad matchups are? Like, give me the top three.
Oh.
Give me the top three.
Top three.
Yeah.
Dawson, Poison, Guile.
You know what? Ending Walker would disagree with you
Guile.
on probably two of them.
Yes, I know. I definitely know.
I heard from Guile players that's like one of their most disliked matchup now.
Yeah,
I mean,
can we delve specifically more into Guile? That's a bit interesting.
I feel like the V-Skill 2 is really good utility, right? That's obviously like a deal breaker, like you basically negate the firewall game that he can have with his sonic booms. But I feel like the neutral game that you can instill against Ed with Guile, it just sort of sets you up to try to overuse that, and then just get punished for it.
Okay, and then is Ed in a counter hit state when he uses V-Skill 2?
Yes, he
swing?
is.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's an interesting perspective. I didn't consider that. Probably that's a matchup I need to delve into a little bit more because we rarely see it on our side of the world. Ed versus Mile. So
we've seen it quite a bit in the Nordic region though. Hestcraft against Green Soap.
Yeah.
Hestcraft is winning every time.
I mean, Hestcraft, if you don't know, he's quite a character. You can look him up. You can look him up on CFA.
Much love.
He almost beat Rikkeman's Barnet in the CPT. That was very worrying. That was very worrying.
That was exciting.
But yeah,
let's hope we can do it in the World Warrior finals.
Hestcraft is a very unique character that's having fun. That's all I'll say on the matter.
I mean, that's
all that
Giga
matters.
Chad mentality. That's Giga Chad mentality.
Yeah,
Giga Chad mentality.
I like him a lot.
Speaking of Giga Chad mentality, I gotta redirect things back to Brutus because he seems to have this Giga Chad mentality on Twitter. Right? Now listen. In a way, Brutus, you remind me of a comedian. You basically say what everybody's thinking, and they just they come and gravitate towards your tweet, and they love it, and they respond in kind or fashion, or they just say something, or they disagree, or they love it when you just stick out Jury Stand Meeting Kid and you just make everyone's day feel bad. That's what you do. But your tweets getting a lot of attraction. Did you have an inspiration when it came to kind of getting bigger in FGC Twitter, or did you just figure out some sort of trick to it? I asked Broski this question before, but I want to hear it from you.
So people ask me that question a lot. They're like, "Yo, what's like your secret? Like, what did you do to like abuse the algorithm?" I get that one a lot. Like, what did you do to abuse the algorithm?
Okay.
And the honest question is that there is no secret. Like, it's just me on Twitter. Like, it's literally whatever I'm thinking or whatever I think is funny, I just put it on Twitter, and then people just happen to like it. Like, there's no secret. Like, if you ever hang out with me in person, you talk to me, like, whatever, right? I'm literally the exact same guy. You know what I mean?
No, you know what? That's legit. And
sauce.
do you know what? I can't stress that point enough that Brutus is making, because there's a lot of guys who try to be their favorite player, be their favorite commentator, be their favorite social media person, whatever. And it's like, no, like they'll tell you the secret is, well, they won't tell you the secret is there is no secret, but they will tell you you can't be somebody else. You can't imitate somebody else because they're being themselves. And if you, like Brutus says, if you're acting the same way on social media as you are in person, you can't take that away from the person. Like, you can't even imitate that, because we all act differently in person. So I did want to ask you that, get out of the way.
But
I
do you
wasn't
think
gonna say, how'd you figure out the algorithm? It's like, no, now you're literally just
This
falling
one
into this
simple
social
trick.
media chats. It's like, oh yeah, Brutus, what's your stats? So how many impressions do you get every day? It's like, no, I don't care about that. It's
Scientists hate him.
probably they do.
But would you say that some personalities that are funny are harder to be funny on Twitter? Do you think so? You think
that
you
are
have
hard
a
to be.
really...
I think there are a lot of people that, like, a lot of people are physically funny. You know what I mean? Like, when you meet them in person, there's like their exaggerations and their expressions that are hard to put into like text. Can be really can be hard to do on Twitter. I'm like a smart mouth, so that's why Twitter works for me.
No, do you know what? It's good that you've broken it down in that way, because I feel some people will look at what you do, maybe what Broski does, and other people, and they'll be like, damn, I really want to be that guy on Twitter. It's like, probably you don't.
Be funny.
Because this goes back to what you're saying about being funny in person. Because if you are, then me personally, I just think that's better. But not everyone makes friends these days. They don't go to events all the time.
But I mean, you can make money being funny online.
You can make a lot of money, depending where you are. I don't know if you do that, Veggey, but you're just...
Well, I'm not very funny online.
Well, you're just there making adverts.
True.
You're getting more P's than anybody. You're just making adverts, just casually, and just putting it on the internet. It's like, yeah, look at me, guys. Yeah, that's what you're doing out there. But, Brutus, I got to ask you, why don't you do YouTube then? If you're so successful on Twitter, why don't you do YouTube?
Being like a content creator or like a big name was never really my goal with the FGC personally. Like, I just post on Twitter because I think it's funny and it's low effort. Like, I don't want to put a lot of I don't want to be that guy. Being a content creator is not what I want to be.
I like
right?
this. I like
it's
this
not my goal.
I like this being the confession booth. Would you consider TikTok then? Do you have a TikTok or not?
I do not have a TikTok. I don't even have it installed on my phone. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't either.
I don't even have a TikTok.
Good. I don't either.
No, I'm asking because he's saying I want to do things with low effort, and I'm just like, okay, there's a tweet. I don't know if you sit there for an hour thinking of a tweet, because I know some people do.
No, see, I get that a lot. People are like, yo, you must be thinking all day about these tweets. I'm like, I think of these tweets. This shit is like 30 seconds.
Careful now.
Another banger.
It literally, You know what I mean? I think that's why people are attracted to it too, because it's literally just like a genuine thought or an opinion. Like I'm not sitting there trying to like I don't go into the lab and mix chemicals to try to make a funny tweet. You know what I mean?
Finally, a funny tweet.
Well, it could be. But you know what? It's interesting to see. Has anyone got any other questions to ask before I hit with the final question before the break? Are you guys good? Or you want to ask them something else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I'm ready for the set.
I like asking this question, both Silver Rupee and Brutus. I like asking this question to my guests because it is a stupid question, but some people have surprised me in the past. At this current point in time, I'll get Silver Rupee's opinion on this first. Who do you think the best character in Street Fighter 5 is right now?
Luke.
That was no debate there. I love it. Brutus, surprise me. Who's the best character?
Silly question.
Keep surprise me then.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesom's the best character in the game. He has no bad matchups. He beats every character at 99 seconds. Four medium mix-ups at 99 seconds.
8-2.
Medium
8-2 matches.
Yuga.
You got to block 4 medium kicks at 99 seconds. That character's broken.
Anyway, I'm glad I got their opinions on that because we always get these conflicting opinions between Luke and Dhalsim. It will feature a Chun-Li and somebody else here and there. But yes.
Wow, that was crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about out of time for the first half of the show. So we are going to take a short break because I need to make sure the people upstairs are happy. When we come back, we're going to get Brutus and Silver Rupee in this lobby to make them play this first to 10. Which character is Brutus going to pick? That's going to be the question. You can decide that in the 5 minutes while you get your snack. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Yuga.
Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming! No! Hey, stop! Watch out!
Safety first, bud.
You my new recruit? Yeah. Gotta say, you're photogenic. Again, you can call me Luke. Or just Coach. Yoga! Hadouken!
Spinning bird kick.
In game, fight!
Rising uppercut!
Spinning bird kick.
Gotcha!
Headbutt!
Shoryuken.
Watch this! Sonic Blade!
Level up!
Now then.
Jungle House, Edelman, frozen for business! Shall we begin? Showtime! Step into the ring! Don't expect me to be a pushover. I'm so strong! I'm too smart! Here comes a new challenger! Shoryuken! Cut it down! Let me your power! You want the pain? You'll get the pain!
Ready, start.
So I've been thinking about strength, man. Strength, might, the power to fight. Is it money, authority, a cool job, a ton of likes? Okay. Let's keep it simple. I want to be strong. Can you believe it? We got self-driving cars. The time's coming, we'll be taking rockets to Mars. And yet you still got folks out there using their fists and bodies to seek strength. Yeah, I hear you, man. We're all a bunch of fools. But, you know, if you want to know about strength, you just gotta get to it. We fighting fools are all getting to it on the streets.
Well then, we had our little break there. We had, brought some snacks, brought some drinks. We did some yoga, I think I've heard that's the new thing nowadays, yoga. It's the hot stuff. But anyways, welcome back to Capcom Fighters here on sets every Monday. We're going to have a nice set. We're just going to be starting up. It's going to be Silver Rupee versus Brutus. Veggey, how are you feeling?
And if you're wondering why the break was so long, it's because it seems like production has started playing Ed because they were struggling finishing a count that was more than 3 numbers long. So
I can count to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's like 2 + 1 makes 3, right? So
1,
at
2,
least
3.
we can count to that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How do you say that in Finnish, Olvaha?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got the Nordic.
Let's go.
You got the Nordic
That's
accent
all we need
there.
to know. Nah, but I'm really excited to see this matchup as I haven't really, there's no Geefs. There's plenty of Eds, but where are there going to be Geefs to be found, right? So I think it's going to be a learning experience for me. I don't know how you or Jammerz have, like, if you guys got a lot of experience in this match, but for me, it's like very interesting. I'm super interested in seeing this.
I think...
And reading Ender Walker's comments in chat to see what's been done wrong or right, which I'm sure we will see.
We did talk about it before the show started, and Brutus did allude to the fact that this matchup is a lot about the human factor, you know, who makes a mistake first. So, like, both of these characters have, like, options to beat each other's options, but it's gonna be a lot about that. At least from their words.
I'm kind of curious about, because Silver Rupee's picked V skill 1, so that means it's to deflect his armor capabilities at certain points in the match.
Yeah.
I also want to see how the V trigger is going to be utilized in this as well. I don't know how annoying Geef's crouching jab will be against Ed because of the flicker spacing, but we'll see how things go and pan out over time. This is going to be a learning experience for all of us.
Sure. Oh, he got the splash,
yeah,
but he didn't believe, so he did the slow follow-up, but he's chipping away at him, but the activation is coming now for Silver Rupee. It's got to be rough for Book too, so just gets hit like that.
All right, there we go. First round going to Silver Rupee.
Yeah, so I think you can definitely treat the V skill from nice crush there into the EX. Yeah, that's really good. And this is the mix that we're all looking for. And he's just doing the Blocktober and getting out from it. Just not listening to my advice, and that's why he's getting out. Blocktober.
Well, I do think as well, if Silver Rupee, well, he gets SPD right now. Let's see how this round pans out before I go and finish my sentence here. That's going to be a medium SPD, I think it was. Not dead yet, yeah. That was a medium SPD. And a whiff
nice
punish
whiff punish there, very clean.
Yeah, so I think a lot of things are going to be dictated by or decided by Silver Rupee's spacing. If he plays outside of non-charge hard punch range and just flickers there, gets the extension, or just waits, it could be different. But he's guessing again. Is it going to be Psycho
back
Upper?
to the casino, and the house wins every time.
Yeah, he's dead.
I mean,
he's dead.
Yeah, when you,
I mean, just guess.
Yeah,
just guess.
But here's the thing that I like as a Geef. When you really get to that point where you definitely feel what the opponent is thinking, like you know that this SPD for the 10th time is gonna work because it shouldn't, and I would never do that and probably won't do it that many times in the set again. It's one of the greatest feelings and one of the reasons why you get addicted to playing a character like Geef,
yeah,
right? Like that high you get off from getting so many SPD rights, SPD reads right is unmatched, and I was great awareness of the mental state of the opponent from small boy, big churn, baby.
I definitely agree. For how little you sometimes have control of the neutral as Zangief, when you get to that guessing game, it's definitely like an addictive state. I can definitely agree.
It can be, but like Brutus has shown quite early in the set that he's willing to do 4 SPDs in a row to take the round. It's literally up to Silver Rupee if he wants to like try and escape or panic during that escaping. Gets the SPD'd again. Is he going to take it or try and backdash? He gets a throw tech instead. And he was in range for a light SPD. Is he going to activate yet though, Silver Rupee? There it is. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and that one is huge. Great. Decent damage, follow up into the Oki, and he finds the shimmy. Brutus was greedily trying to tech, and now he's on guess for game-ish. Yeah, definitely guess for game, but he missed.
It was too early. Too early. Yeah, too early. You can delay that. Nice. Still closes out the round anyway with that crouching medium punch. And this is what's scary, right? Because Ed's walk speed forward and backwards is pretty dang good. His shimmy with his crouching fist has got an anti-air hitbox more than a horizontal one. It's actually very good at a whiff throw punisher. So.
I'd say that Geef's flex doesn't get as much uses in this matchup potentially if Ed decides to, you know, use crouching medium punch into flicker, for
example.
That's going to do a lot of damage. Really nice.
Yeah, that was such a great confirm. Just get it out early. Time to build a lot.
Yeah, muscle portfolio.
Yeah,
like he says in the super.
I like how Silver Rupee is still not like super panicky on defense after all this SPD. He's still kind of holding his ground, making Brutus having to keep going for those big risks if he wants to get something off of his Oki. Let's see if we can get some comebacks right now.
Nice that was punished twice in a row.
There we go.
But he finds the big opening right now.
Looking good here, and yeah, there you go. Brutus already saw it because he was doing the jump back meeting king. He was probably anticipating a throw or the shimmy. It didn't really matter because Silver Rupee wasn't thinking about blocking at that point in time. And there you go, gets the knuckle into, the flicker into the knuckle straight to the corner, but because Geef has got 1075 vitality, we can work with this for a little while.
Yeah, we can definitely work in the corner here. Oh, but the flicker's doing a lot of work for Silver Rupee right now.
Yeah, it was looking better right now, though. I mean, it's still baited for the activation. That's unfortunate, but at least he gets the V-trigger out, which is kind of maybe what he wants, because now it's unscaled damage. Should he get a hit?
Oh, such a huge life lead right now, and there it is. The first game goes for... Oh, no, sorry. The second game goes for Silver Rupee. My bad.
There we go. Looking at one apiece here. Again, listen, both the gentlemen did say this may be a slow one tonight. So get comfy and make sure you're going to enjoy the ride from start to finish. Because like we said, this is a matchup we rarely see, just in general. Obviously, we've seen more Ed recently than Zangief, but again, learning about these matchups is all. Look, it's part of the job and it's part of the fun, because I just learn about these things on the job. Gets the armor break. He didn't get the psycho upper though.
Yeah.
He could have got psycho upper there.
Yeah. But I do think, yes, there's the lariat punish. Like you can punish it like a fireball when it comes to everything except for the absorb, because it does break armored moves. But you can definitely V-trigger one for Zangief, and you can lariat it. But if he finds you flexing, that's big for the Ed player.
Yeah,
oh, that's a good cancel.
And do you know what? I need to tell people as well. I keep telling this every time. Just pay attention to Silver Rupee's meter build, because you see a lot of EX Psycho Knuckles in around a fair bit, right? You need to see where the meter's coming from.
Yeah, he definitely gets to throw that around.
Right, Air Force Dynamite. Here we go. Is he gonna V-shift or wait? He's gonna wait.
Oh, yeah. Such great. See, he's still not. Brutus has to show him yet again how dangerous it can be. Just block, but he's definitely
dead. Finish the combo. No, he's done it again.
No way. No way. Once again. No way. If he loses like this.
Okay.
He must be doing that too early.
No Oki. It's the Mega Mind meme.
Yeah,
no Oki.
No Oki.
Right.
But he still gets to finish him though. But Brutus got to build some extra bar for the command throw and the things that he did land at the end of the round, so he kind of gets something from that drop, even though the round is still closed up by Silver Rupee.
I mean, as a geek, yeah.
For me, he looks like he's doing that too early. I think you can slightly delay that to make sure it connects. I don't think it's like got anything to do with like use hurtbox while he's falling or something.
Nice punish on the with SPD though. Setting
up
the
what a
forward medium punch.
That was such a good throw.
That is such a good position right now.
Go.
Oh, but the EXSPD.
We have the activation.
No, chase out.
Nice.
Oh, he's in trouble if he doesn't do something.
Yeah.
He's actually in trouble if he doesn't do something.
Oh, no what a light. I love
that
it.
Is so good. Brutus was so patient with that one.
Yeah, because listen, as a grappler, you smell blood when it comes to situations like that. And again, he went for a V-shift this time, got hard red with the forward hard punch, the headbutt, and then after that became a bit too predictable there. Silver Rupee. He's getting the 2-1 lead here.
Oh, unfortunate.
The reel back on that V-scoop, just unfortunate for Brutus. Such a thing for an Ed player to use to his advantage.
Well, remember, it got buffed, right? The range has been extended for the Psycho Snatcher, the V-skill one. Watch out.
Yeah, true. Big whiff, no whiff punish, not ready.
Yeah, yeah. Once again, the flicker. The spacing is so hard.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. These two are very good at they're baiting their extremely long start moves. They're very good at baiting each other and doing that department. I think more so Silver Rupee than Brutus, but
it's the third game. Oh, it just goes for it.
Was that in range though?
No, it wasn't.
No, yeah.
It wasn't even in range.
It was slightly
unfortunate, yeah. Have you tried to walk up super tech after the tech maybe? But it looked like he was backdashing anyway, so he was out of there.
Yeah, probably. Look, I don't blame him, because after those throw techs, he's been in range to do micro with SPD, right? So I mean, you can take your chances with a super if you want.
Sometimes, I mean, that's the grappler lifestyle. Sometimes you just gotta, go for the fences.
I've seen someone say slow ass DP. The thing with EX Psycho Upper is it is slow, and a lot of people delay in these kind of games anyway, so it beats delayed buttons and delayed throw tech, so you countered that, and if it hits, he gets OP. And if you did V-trigger too, he gets an extension. So it being a slow ass DP is actually not a bad thing.
Nice, Lariat. He's so good at that already.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it serves all the purposes of a DP except for beating lights when they're attacking.
That's literally it.
Yeah, but so it's like, it's a trade-off, but you do get the Oki for it, so it has its other strengths.
All right, activate
to use the V-trigger there.
Activates the enhanced snatcher here, Silver Rupee. Yeah, they're looking to bait. He's done it again.
Nice.
He's done it again.
Oh my god, and the damage. Yeah. He fights the tech.
Yeah, still has some juice left on the V-trigger as well. Like, such a favorable position for Silver Rupee. But Brutus has the V-trigger. He can definitely make it happen. There it is.
He doesn't go for the... He just wanted it to kill. He wanted to make the mix kill.
Okay, I respect that. He tried to trade with the lariat.
Yeah. I personally think that was a mistake on Brutus's end. I think he should have done the whole combo and gotten to do guess for game from there. I understand the reset, but I think he should have done guess for game from the full combo.
Yeah, same.
With punish.
Oh, nice with punish from Silver Rupee. We've seen a lot of these fierces fly earlier, but he's getting more and more comfortable.
I love how Brutus is using the standing medium punch and the lariat as well, beating out the V skill there. Very clean.
All right, slowly but surely, just poking away, chipping away at Zangi's slide bar, gets the conversion into the upward Psycho Snatcher, gets a forward throw. Can you get another one? There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Can we go for a third one?
I've been hit by that too many times because of ending walk. I've seen this all over again.
Who's the grappler?
Well, listen.
Who's grabbing who?
We say this all the time. Characters like Cammy, Karen, and Ed, they're grabbing you more than Abigail and Zangief are these days. So
yeah. They are.
But
Certainly.
I think when there's that many V skills being thrown out, I think you should stop using your anti-fireball move though, and then look for the clean jumping to make it a lot more scary to throw it out. That is something that we might see coming, since there was a lot of these V skills from Silver Rupee, and Brutus was kind of like not expecting him to go for all those risky options. Let's see if he will adapt to that as it comes out as this round moves in.
I do feel as well, maybe Brutus is thinking he doesn't want to get anti-air by Psycho Rising into a full combo. That's what he's probably thinking, but let's see if they unlock that next layer in that mind game for that situation first. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, I feel like Ed's medium kick is such a good tool in this matchup because it's such a clean cursed anti-air and also like as a neutral tool as well.
Wow, he got the walk-up throw distance.
Good back dash. That was fantastic from Silver Rupee. He's not going to activate just yet. There it is.
No, he is. Yeah.
Another throw.
And then
Go
guard
for
break.
another one.
Baited. Yeah, and that's good because it's not going to be a full hold for the full damage anymore.
He's dead.
He finds
Oh, the reset. That's dead.
No, he's not dead. Just one more guess. Oh, he actually does it this time. Last time he did the double light. Silver Rupee too afraid to do the EXDP as it would be blocked, and he does the one light into the SPD.
Yeah,
Clockwork.
I just want to say,
Clockwork setting it up.
I just want to say, when he was dead, I foresaw the future, so that's why I said it prematurely.
Okay. It's fine. Covering your bases as a commentator, I like it.
Oh, wow. And he finds that punish on the whipped SPD, though, but no follow-up into the V skill.
Oh, nice punish.
Let's go.
I think you'd have got a little bit more there, but I'll take that simple punish into the Psycho upper there from Silver Rupee. That's fine. He's actually having a very good set so far. Gets the extension into Psycho Knuckle again.
Right now.
Oh, that's such a great crush. He got the heavy.
Yeah, heavy. So the mix-up is coming.
Yeah.
Okay, delays the wake-up.
He tried to catch a jump.
Definitely trying to catch something.
So many reads right now.
Oh!
No, that's so unfortunate. Nice shimmy bait. That will catch the throw tech, the delay button, and the instant V-shift, right? So it's a really good option to catch a lot of these things. As it is airborne, it's just something that you really need to add to your thought process when attacking.
Well, I'll tell
Ed.
you what, right? No one actually wants to get thrown by Ed, but it's crazy. Like, because he's got so many good options that beat throws, and his damage output, similar to Kobe, his damage output has only been getting better ever since his inception. Literally. Did he get it?
Oh, and there's the
yes,
super.
he did.
Nice.
He's not dead, though. That was 2 lights.
He's not quite dead.
Are you going to micro SPD or leave it? Yes! There you go!
There it is, the light SPD.
There you go.
That is the mix.
I definitely feel like he is getting a good feel of the way Silver likes to defend. He's gotten a lot of right calls on offense, and I think that it can only get better from here. Like, he's been trying to get him to see if he's moving. He moved that one time with the backdash that we saw, but he's been really still and calm, and I'm wondering if we're going to see him explode a bit more in the next couple of games.
We'll see, because I'm always interested in how Ed players spend their meter, because his EX moves are pretty like flexible in regards to he tried to Psycho Snatcher. I have no idea why he pressed V skill. He's in trouble. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
That's it, he's done. They're scaled. I know that's going to be scaled, but he should be dead from the headbutt.
Yeah, that's a big-ass combo, but not enough.
Meaty.
The meaty headbutt. Wow, that was
everything is working out right now.
When everything works, it just works. Like a nicely greased machine.
Yeah, I really feel like he's gotten a feel for his rhythm right now, and I think the rhythm needs to change for Silver Rupee if he wants to keep this lead.
He's got no meter,
because Brutus is all up in that right.
He's got no meter, Veggey. Oh no, he missed it.
Misses the air. That's so unfortunate. Everything was going right from Brutus. Now it's just all reset again.
We're in the corner right
Nice.
now. Oh, he just walked from the flicker.
Oh no.
Oh, he finds another EXSPD.
He could still lose. He could still
It's
lose.
like mosquito bites. I don't care. Oh, but no punish. That was huge. Huge drop from Silver Rupee.
I wonder if Ed can actually do a view reversal there and punish that hold. Oh, that was meaty. That was definitely plus. Perfect spacing from Brutus.
So good, the heavy.
Oh, he tried to flicker.
You can definitely know like a good GIF player when they optimally know when to use the different SPDs, just like Brutus has demonstrated so far. Like, you know the range where the specific SPD is gonna land, and you need to utilize that because obviously you get better Oki from the heavy version.
Yeah, no, 100% I agree with you there. I'm looking at this,
Yeah,
and
no.
I've learned enough so far, but I can't wait to see how these guys make this unfold a bit more. It looks like Brutus is allowing Silver Rupee to dictate the pace, and he'll just react accordingly. Because Geef has got the health and like the tools to kind of do that. And then again,
And the muscles.
the thing is as well, like like Veggey mentioned before, Brutus has a very good feel of how Silver Rupee wants to defend. If he gives up his V-trigger to escape an SPD, that's a big commitment you're making, but Ed can still put you in the corner and make you a victim just like everybody else. So.
Big chance on the V skill absorb on the
He finds the hit. Like, he just walked into that, definitely expecting that to whiff. Fortunately, but it's unfortunate that he has to use that big hold. So now if he gets he's probably gonna reset into like a mix-up. That's what I would imagine him doing.
Yeah, catches.
Good cycle up.
Get anything out of the reversal wake up.
Well, he has to. Crush counter. Well,
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
This is a good round though for Silver Rupee.
Scary with.
Will he get put into the mix? It will be interesting to see something going from Brutus' side. He finds that check into EXSPD again. It's like 2 guesses away.
Don't V-shift. Yeah, good. Commit to something because Brutus wants the round. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure your success rate with Psycho Apple will increase when you know Brutus needs and wants the rounds. That's it. He can still stick around to press you with lights to block it, but you have to understand when he smells blood for the round. Just walking away right now.
Respect the flicker unblocked there.
Oh, nice check on the dash, and this time just opting to go for the counter conversion into the lariat.
He's slowly walking Silver Rupee towards the corner. Yeah, bulldog.
And
Oh, yeah, he's perfect timing on that now.
So good at that. He's just walking through the flickers. That's really impressive. That's not easy.
No, don't do that.
here's a
Don't
big
do
punish,
that.
yeah.
That's punishable. I've never seen an Ed player do that. Don't do that. I've never seen an
Real
Ed
life.
player. No, legit. I've never seen an Ed player do that.
Can you run the situation back for me? Was it like on armor?
No, he did it on block. He did.
Oh, he just did it,
He
yeah.
did flick out into
Jammerz,
EX on
Jammerz.
block.
I need you to real life, coach me. And when I do something, you're just gonna be like,
I've
no,
never
don't do
seen an Ed
that.
player do that.
No, don't do that.
Well, good read from Brutus with the charge fierce, but the 2-hitter from Silver Rupee CX Fireball just navigated through that kind of like decent setup that Brutus had to get something going, and unfortunate again, Silver Rupee is not deterred from doing these flickers.
Look at that, good pose.
Oh, that's
Is he
gonna be an
reset him?
activation.
He's
Oh, he's
resetting
gonna
him.
reset.
All right, he's gonna grab it now. He'll grab it now. He's got a choice to make. He's got V-shift and Psycho Upper. He's gonna block. No, he ran away.
Oh, he tried to do the Itabashi.
Trying to run away.
Oh, and he took the bait.
Yeah, I mean, Silver Rupee had been throwing him time and time again earlier in the rounds, right? So it's not surprising that Brutus at some point wanted just to tech. And the one time he's going for these techs is the one time that Silver Rupee is feeling that now I finally distilled this wisdom upon my opponent. Now it is time to show him it was all fake and walk out and punish
It was
that
all a
withdrawal.
ruse, yes. Pull out the red carpet and just...
You seem so invested, Veggey.
I really like watching Zangief though. He's a very fun character to watch, I think.
I think for the most people, he's like a fan favorite to watch.
Yeah.
He's always, yeah.
I mean, Zangief,
Always
like,
been a very
listen,
entertaining character.
Zangief, like Abigail, is a luxury for the uninvolved. You and me.
That is such a
I
good
personally think that it's a luxury for the involved as well when you're fighting against Zangief though. So
No,
that's just me,
it's
though.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Especially in a tournament. No, it's not.
Alright, hold on.
We
Back
just
to
have to agree to disagree, my brothers.
Alright, Sam medium punch poking away right now, utilizing those pokes a little bit more.
Ooh, clean.
Yeah, it was very clean there. But again, it looks like Silver Rupee has a slight life lead right now. Gets the anti-air with stand
Honestly,
medium kick.
I I gotta say that Zangief has a pretty good option against these blocked flickers because he can always put out this crouching jab. Like, I don't think all the characters have the same
Rupee backdash and avoid the crouching jab relatively close range. He's one of the best backdash in the game alongside colleagues. So
Yeah,
he's dead. That's it. Wrap it up.
Walking backwards.
No. Okay.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna die.
I don't
This
think he
time
even
he gets
needed
it.
the. I don't think he needed the bar. He didn't have the bar.
Well,
Might have been able to do without bar, but I mean, you just secure instead of securing with the super, just secure with the one bar.
we-
Probably gonna
yeah,
build it back quite fast, right? So.
Yeah, and we did talk about the meter building that Silver Rupee is demonstrating.
Good
Oh,
choice.
nice.
He
Yeah.
waited. That was a very patient. He would have taken the grab before that, but he's got the timing now.
Once again, just walks through.
And this is something for Brutus to remember. He started throwing out the V-skills again. Brutus kind of stopped him, deterred him from it. Now they're back, and Brutus still on that teching train, not really sure what's coming. And Silver Rupee back in a lead after Brutus coming back so strongly for a time.
Looking.
That was a strong round.
Yeah, listen, he's had solid rounds, but we've also seen those steamrolling rounds from Brutus. So it's a nice, not a balance, but a good back and forth between how these characters are winning right now between Silver Rupee and Brutus. I don't blame him for trying to take there because that 200 stun back throw would have got anybody. So it's just you just pick your poison at this point. He could have woke up command grab. That would have been funny. I know there's no throw invincibility, but you could still be a bit funny with it.
Yeah, and as Zangief, you're always gonna have those moments where like every guess goes right. Like it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
And then most of the time, every guess is just gonna go wrong, right? Am I right, guys? Or is that just me?
At least when I played Keith, that's what happened. Just pain.
Just pain. Okay,
no muscle power for you.
All right.
I really like these issues of armor. You must be a little bit worried about some V-skill might come up soon. We saw it happen last. Oh no, with punish again, and there it is. He's ready for it.
This is what he's been doing, right? He's been doing the armor to goad him into doing the V-skill, so he gets the clean jump. He's not dead though. One throw will do it. And he blocked. He was waiting for Psycho up.
He's gonna play with you.
Oh, this is so. He wants to just get that one medium or light punch, but you're gonna be so risky if you get hit for it. One more and it's gonna be enough. No, Brutus, what's going on?
Oh my God, he actually got the kill.
That was stupendous there from Silver Rupee. He actually snuffed out
the Geef player.
He went there.
Stupendous, the Geef player.
Yeah, but and I get what Brutus was doing. Is like he just needed a jab or a medium to finish him off. But that one medium, that one time he pressed the medium, that charged something. I don't remember what it was. Came in for the comeback.
It is
Another
time
one.
to turn on the slot machine. It's time to turn on the slot machine.
He's looking for the DP at the end there. He's really noticing his opponent's defensive decisions earlier and trying to replicate it. Dude,
every time Zangief lands a heavy SPD, the game should have a big screen with text being like, "Feel lucky."
Maybe when you get planted in the ground on that that latest ring off stage, I mean, it can it does kind of work.
Dude, that would be actually sick.
Oh, nice. I like how he sees that charge fierce once, so Brutus walks up for that auto timing where you get that whip punish with your own stab fierce, or maybe even just gets to crush him. But Silver Rupee's one step ahead, going in with a crouching meter kick just to stop it. As he will counter that.
Nice anti-air. Yeah, that's a very cursed anti-air. It has some cursed properties.
Hey, listen, Ed's got some pretty good anti-airs, man. Stand medium kick, Psycho Rising.
Does.
I think Crouch Fierce is situational. I could be wrong in that regard, but his anti-airs do work most of the time.
Tried to flicker, but was interrupted by the crouch jab. Yeah, I think Veggey, we're just gonna talk about that.
Yeah, he has really good defensive neutral right now. Brutus getting out of the corner slowly but surely and finally finds the fierce. Goes for the reset. He's just ready to take the command throw.
Yeah, he's shook.
But I mean, I think he's trying to make him do it on block sometimes, Silver Rupee, and I want to see Brutus walk up SPD him for his troubles.
Nah,
instead he gets the full hit.
He's going to reset it.
Super instead.
One more command grab will do it. I'll take the plunge. Yeah, I'll take the plunge.
Oh, that's definitely straight from Itabashi. Top 8 Evil 2017.
Well, look, here's the thing, right? Because you remember that a couple of games back, he done 2 lights, tried to command grab, he got psycho uppered, and he's been trying to bait that situation for a long time. And it's like, okay, I don't want to do the command grab too early because I don't know if you're going to jump, backdash, or whatever. So let me just do my string and wait and bait you out. Because it's a safe string, right? It baits out the psycho upper, and we go back to neutral from there. But at some point, you got to flip the switch, do the coin flip again, take the plunge, and get the command grab. Now you might see Brutus go for more command grabs in succession like he did in the very first game because of that command grab he landed there to win the game.
If you play Zangief in this game, if you play Zangief in this game, you've already accepted the fact that you're a gambling man.
What is it? You're gambling in most fighting games. Maybe just this. Yeah.
It's all a coin. It's all a coin flip away.
The spacing has been so great, and the one time he goes for the V-skill, he stops throwing out his armored moves. Let's see.
Now,
okay.
I'm curious. I wonder if Geef can flex that. When Ed does low forward into cycle upper, there's a gap there. I don't know if Geef can flex that and stop the activation.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Not gonna see it this time though. Crush into the heavy SPD. Maximum damage right now.
Yes, indeed. Let's see how this pans out here. Got a lot of meter to work with, and I notice this about Geef all the time. How he doesn't really spend
see how
his
it goes. Do you like that?
Okay, come on, Grant. There's
On
one.
the top.
Let's learn how to count with Ed.
Yeah, you can't empty jump Ed like that. That stand medium kick is way better than his uppercut or his psycho rising anti-air, so you can't empty jump him from there.
Oh, look at these normals just hitting.
Nice, gets the activation. Again, he's gone for these. Oh, nice. And I love that he goes for the SPD because now he has the most scary 3-string.
You feel lucky?
Yeah, you definitely have to block.
You feel lucky?
3 guesses. Oh, and he still blocks. Rupee so patient on defense.
Oh,
He gets the trade on the lariat. No,
Not much damage though, but the positioning is what counts. The positioning is what counts here.
Exactly, and still
He's a
has
little bit afraid of that super.
Ooh, that was
Nice.
such a good usage of the B trigger from Brutus. Oh, the lariat.
That was shades of Street Fighter 4 with that lariat.
That was godlike.
Nah, fantastic stuff there. Bringing it back. These guys are keeping it mad close. Good choice, because I asked
They
Brutus who
did
do you want
talk
to fight. He
about
said Silver
They
Rupee.
did elude us.
Yeah, listen, I did talk about this with Brutus before. I said, who do you want to fight? He said Silver Rupee would be a pretty decent matchup, and it's one that we rarely see, like I said before. And these guys are going back and forth. One gets a 2-game lead, that 2-game buffer, and then it slips through their fingers. And they did say, I'm going to play this slow so Olvaha can't go to bed. That's what Brutus said.
Olvaha's definitely going to get bodied tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
oh, he tried to.
Maybe.
That was his first time. Oh, and he reacts with the armor. Sometimes he might have been looking for the, like charge fierce to get out of the corner, so he just armored up. But it wasn't the charge fierce. It was the V skill.
it's like. I was acting.
Oh no, he got crushed for his troubles with that charge fierce.
Or was
Big
I?
damage and cornered, but he has such great threats on defense, Brutus, now with that V trigger one. Nice tech. See, and that's the other way. The last time he tried to flex the V skill thinking it was a charge fierce. This time thinking it is a charge fierce. No, thinking it is a flex. Thinking it is a V skill. It's a charge fierce.
Sometimes you just get lost in thought.
Well, I mean, Veggey's trying to keep up with the pace of the game. It's pretty fast.
Yeah,
it could
it's
end
pretty
in this
fast
match.
right now.
Oh, and that's gonna be
Yes, for game, baby.
lights out, baby.
Yeah, I know. I do feel that situation after the EX SPD is a pivotal one, where he does the raw SPD again, or does he do the 2 lights to the SPD? Because the decision's all on Silver Rupee. Does he do EX Psycho Upper, or does he sit there? That's what the real decision is. Look, he's going to do it again. Watch. I guarantee he's going to do it again. Right? 2 light. Oh, he tried to hard read.
No,
Okay.
he went.
Good
I
combo.
feel like one of the definitely more impressive things I've seen from Brutus is just the way he handles the flicker with the V skill. I think that's very impressive so far.
Yeah, I think it absorbs up to 4 hits and flickers 3, I think. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I can't remember. Did he get it?
Oh, he
got
just
it. I don't
But I
think
like
he did. I
old
think he's
school.
just
No,
about
but it's
alive.
too
He could be
good,
just
yeah.
about alive. There you go.
Went for the roundhouse.
Got him.
Popular one.
I really like when you do that one time. You do that. Ooh, wow.
That was godlike. He used that V
was really
reversal.
Yeah. He just dodged the thing.
The muscle power.
Okay. Now,
Interesting.
Brutus regains the lead in the set. Looking good. And again, slowly but surely. certain matchups with Geef, the longer it goes on, the more worried you're going to get because that command grab is not disappearing. It's not disappearing. It's going to be a long day.
They are in there for the long haul.
Oh, yeah, of course, 100%. And just the way Brutus has been slowly adapting, countering specific tools in Ed's like Arsenal tools that are fantastic to use, by the way. It's not as simple, but a lot of this stuff is reactionary based. It's only the V skill that's on preemptive, right?
Geef players hold a book of grudges. For every 1, 2, 3 you do, they're gonna SPD you one more time.
I want to see him get the read on that escape fierce at least once, because I think he can get such a payoff. Big damage right now from Silver Rupee.
Good break. Very excellent break there. He got shimmied last time, so he took a chance with that. He can't be reversal either. He cannot be reversal.
That was a scary dash.
That was such a good dash too, because he hasn't really been dashing, and when he first needed it, he tried to go on the prowl. Prowl not working out though. Trying to find anything. Oh, he's looking for it. You know Silver Rupee's trying to get that block jab into V-Trigger, so he was walking up, but as Silver Rupee saw Brutus coming walking, he started holding back himself, and Brutus already committed to the EX-SPD. So Rupee away to safety.
Well, I think Silver Rupee was also trying to wait for the V-Trigger to drain below 50%, right? Because when that Cyclone lands below 50%, you don't get the pickup with the command grab or the true game. So
he's gonna get the EX go for the follow-up as well.
Brutus is actually in the lead. That's the first time in set. Oh!
Trade.
Oh, and a trade. Definitely in Zangief's favor.
Low forward into Cyclop again, jumps out.
Big body splash.
I think he already committed to the flicker combination, but he should have done Stand Mini Kick instead. He might lose his round because of that mistake.
Are you feeling lucky?
Yeah.
Are you feeling lucky?
Oh, I love it. The sit confirmed from Brutus. Another sit confirmed from Brutus. I love that.
He is in the big leagues. He's only taking big bets.
You know, when you are a big
maximum
player,
range,
and you see someone block, it's like almost as if you can confirm them blocking into an SPD when you have the range. It's such a beautiful moment of
that's so good.
Doing something that no one really can even really see, as you are one of the few grappers in the world.
Got him.
Oh, and the wake up super. Sometimes you gotta throw that out. That's a powerful option to have in your disposal.
I'd sit still if I were you. Yeah, well, I know. I'd say it to Brutus. I'd sit still. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'd sit still.
He jumped out like a rabbit.
Oh, nice. I like it. Use that, viewers. You definitely don't need V-Trigger to win this round.
I can see him, if he's not going to poke, I can see him trying to get in light SPD range and closing it out there, but he's going to get it anyway.
Honestly, guys, is this Zangief or Zangrief? Because he's definitely causing some silver hair for Rupee here.
Well, hey, maybe. You know, I just clocked what Brutus's dojo is called. It's called the Hidden Beef Village. I was like, okay.
That's so good. That's so good. That's
I literally just realized that. I'm so engrossed in the match, learning as we go along to see how this works, especially in a 1st to 10 environment. I literally just quickly glanced at his dojo. It says Hidden Beef Village. How long did it take him to come up with that?
He's an entrepreneur till the end.
Good flex.
He's running away with this right now, though, Brutus. It's like he's gotten really comfortable. Okay, that's the whiff punish.
And he did say that, like, his plan is to make Silver Rupee make some mistakes.
Give up? Oh no, that's the first time. It took 12 games to bring it out, and the one time it works, and there's the anti-SPD. I love it.
As I lay in here in your arms.
Wow, good block. He was waiting for the side upper again. V reversal, try to chase him down.
That was gonna be crazy. That was gonna be crazy. The reads are kinda going crazy right now.
Right, throw again. I throw him another time.
So good in the corner,
yeah, just do it. There's no throw invincibility, but if you get the timing on that wrong, he could get you out. He could grab you out of there because you mistimed it. There is no throw invincibility on the EX-SPD, so you're more than happy to do that.
Once again, the chop, the stand.
That's the buff to that second frame, active frame, stand fierce. You get the dash, crouch, jab, lariat.
Here we go.
Are you feeling lucky? Are you feeling lucky?
Do light kick. Do light kick. Do light kick. There you go. He's out of there.
The house wins every time.
Wow. That was such a Brutus round.
Of course, and it's very replicant or very reminiscent, of the very first round in this set.
Yeah. Thank you. Please visit again.
Oh, nice usage of the stand fierce.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of fear in some of Silver Rupee's choices, and he's doing certain things in trepidation now because Brutus has showed him all the answers, the correct ones at that. And we see a reset to EXSPD. Is he gonna try and B-shift and run away? He did. He did. He sat there long enough.
He doesn't get the conversion. Yeah, Small Boy is just looking for to get that auto whiff, and he's trying to get that auto whiff punish on one of Silver Rupee's heavy punches. It looks like he's kind of aware of it now, though, and that was
gets punished this time. That's good.
Gonna be big. No, he's so good at guessing the right time. Brutus has been so bad at guessing in the corner, which is understandable. I mean, it happens. You're at minus frames, right? But I feel like Silver Rupee's been exceptionally strong at knowing when he wants to tech, when he wants to flex, when he wants to just hold it.
Well,
how dare you not guess wrong?
Right. That too, right? But it's a thing where we can kind of see where their personal objectives in the matchup are showing themselves. Silver Rupee needs Brutus in the corner to feel that much more confident, that exponential confidence in his gameplay to win the round. Whereas Brutus is like, well, look, just one grab and with the walking casino, let's go. You know? Oh, that whiff!
Oh, unfortunate whiff there on the flicker.
Right, 3-piece into the lariat.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a weird interaction.
Nice,
you gotta use the flex. If you wanna beat out the stand fierce, you gotta use the flex.
Or maybe, yeah, for sure. That's like the easy answer.
Yeah,
that we've been looking for. Oh, and he releases it before absorbing. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, he had to activate.
Right now, the goal is here is to take Brutus to the corner, but Brutus is gonna get there before him. Beat him to the punch. Anti-air.
This is so good. He is so proficient at that, like every time.
And the thing is that he's doing the V-Trigger 2, the Ultra Enhanced Snatcher version. You're committed to that. You can't bait with that. You're committed to that. Got him again.
Muscle portfolio time.
Love this confirm from Brutus.
Go for the roundhouse. No, he goes for the light one.
Not too sick.
How many perfects has he got in this set so far? Has he got like 3 or 2?
At least close to perfects. There's been quite a few.
Look at that V-break pushback.
Yeah, that's one of the best. Yeah. That's one of the best for sure, and people really undervalue that.
Oh, but he gets that random hit. That was lucky for that activation, and then finds the crush. Brutus on defense not working out right now.
He could lose.
Double jab confirmed.
He could lose.
Well.
Oh, that's the thing you spoke about, Jammerz.
Yeah.
Both works as an anti-air and as an anti-shimmy.
You could see that the lariat was starting up, but it was too little, too late, and the snatcher just took that.
Can he make this 7 apiece here? Silver Rupee slowly coming back. I'm telling you, we don't write this stuff. We just get 2 people on, have a chat with them, and then they just say, you know what, I'm going to make this close.
Most of the time, luckily.
You know what?
Oh,
no sleep tonight.
No sleep?
I think that, right, I know he can punish stand hard kick with jab, Geef. I think Brutus should risk an SPD there. Just once. Just once.
Oh, and there's that OP. Nice DP from Silver Rupee. Tries to find a shimmy.
He tried. I think he tried.
Out of range. He's been working out a lot for Brutus. Silver Rupee not ready to jump out when he's checked. But now he is. It's like he's listening to me speak.
He can win the game from here. One back throw will do it.
He has you tuned on the side there.
Yeah. 7 apiece, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe this. This is a crazy set.
No way.
Back and forth.
And you know what? That's what we like to see on the show here on Sets. And again, like we said, we just want to bring you guys the best entertainment and unique matchups as well. Because like I said, I can't reiterate this enough. We seldom see this matchup. And just the way it looks like they got a decent amount of answers for each other. Yes, they're coming with their own risks. They're coming with their own big rewards as well. Obviously, Ed's got the better and longer combos. But there's a different objective behind what Zangief has to do. And Brutus has been very well to keep himself in this dogfight for this long, I gotta say.
Yeah, and this is kind of a longer set, definitely. Like, he has the right
time for
he has the right. Oh, he went for the double.
I think he tried. No, I think he tried to read that. I think he done it too early.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, exactly. He might have to do like
he might have to do like the medium kick version instead, which is a bit slower startup.
I mean, our best scientists are breaking that down right now.
Yes, they are.
In the lab.
It's really funny. Like, he's flexing and he's saying, "Yo, Silver, you want to hit me?" And Silver is looking at him. He's like, "Okay, let me push that fierce."
Flexo. I think there was too many hits. Yeah, I think there's too many hits that time. Just pressure him, just pressure him.
Maybe he started walking at the incorrect time. Yeah, Uxie. Damn, you still remember that? I can't believe that.
One of the first clean jumps we've seen from Silver Rupee. Can he close that around? That's it.
Oh no, he gets tagged.
That's unfortunate because I think Brutus tried to lariat anti-air, but he had been moving so much back and forth that he had the SPD buffered in there, and it looked like his anti-air became an SPD. Everything just fell down from there.
All right, let's see.
Again, a very nice lariat.
Yeah, see, he done it. All right, he blocked it. He blocked the hard kick and he did SPD. I said he should try that every now and then because he's just sitting there taking the jab. I think you can get him.
Are you secretly a Zangief player?
Me?
Yeah.
No, listen.
Nice. Not afraid of flexing right now, Brutus. Into the...
Oh, that's such a good jump from Silver.
Oh, he tried to activate again. That's +3 on block.
He's
Another
gonna play
throw
with you.
break. And another immediate throw break.
I don't like that trade attempt from Brutus. I think he's lost that every time so far.
He's still got the light.
Once again, another one. He's just losing those trades. I don't think it's healthy. It's bad for your health.
Oh, he's getting a lucky back throw, though.
Huge back throw. Sweep into the B trigger on block, though.
Oh, dear. Hang on a minute. Do not guard break. Do not guard break. Oh, no.
That's a cyclone warning. That's a red cyclone warning.
Dude, he can see it. It's just one button. You thought Ed players were winning with one button. He's doing the one button stuff against you. Like,
remember, Zangief's one button is actually 3 buttons. Don't forget that, Jammerz.
So is Psycho Upper if we really have to think about it. If we really have to think about it. Let's not go down that route.
1, 2, 3.
I mean, I hope it's not 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Once again.
Getting those jabs.
This has to, this has to be such an exhausting set on the, the mental capacity.
I do think I like that trade anyway, though, because he gets to keep it in the corner. He doesn't get out. It's just unfortunate what happened after there.
Hang on a minute. One throw. Can he do another one? Yeah. Watch out for wake up super. Oh, he should have blocked that. If he blocked that, he could have punished that. No. Okay.
That was a really risky.
Do not flicker. Don't you dare flicker.
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, bait.
He baited him again,
Man,
and that's into super unless he drops. He does not drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. No, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Do you know what's crazy?
We counted to 14.
I remember, I believe, I'm not mistaken, they buffed that super as well because it used to be the slowest super in the game. 13 frames of start when they went to 10. I think they made it more consistent in some combos. Obviously, flicker into super is one of the easiest things. It's very interesting because I go back to what I said before, as Silver Rupee needs to decide where he does certain things. That baiting situation is one of them because if he keeps doing that, the answer's going to change. He has to make Brutus forget about it to bring it back. And that's what he did because he hasn't done that for like 4 or 5 games. So it's good that he brought that back. Good stuff there to Silver Rupee.
Oh, once again, stand medium punch doing so much work in this matchup.
Oh, he finds another one of these. He's not ready to jump out of those. And there's one more guess. I want to see the SPD.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Gotta survive it though because of that scaling from the jab.
Ah, he got it.
He block confirmed. Remember the block confirmed, guys? Remember the block confirmed?
I've been holding this back, but by God, he is broken in half.
Is that 4 now? I've lost count. I've literally lost count.
I don't know.
I mean, Geef...
That's at least 4. That's at least
when Geef has 5%, 90%, it doesn't matter. When he gets in, that's when he gets going.
Right. Just slowly encroaching on that space.
He's wide awake.
I think Silver Rupee Strike tried to escape twice after being checked, but when he's being checked, he's just committed to blocking, and Brutus knows. Every time he's going for that command throw.
I really think he's trying to shimmy with the crouching fizz, and he's just catching the jump.
Reset is gonna be super. Okay, there you go. Nice reset. I like the idea.
Super.
And you listen, you cannot take out the Ed players in these people. They will do dash up Psycho, but he's only done it once. But it is an Ed player tactic indeed. It works. Yeah. It definitely works.
You can take the player from the Ed, but you can't take the Ed from the player.
And you cannot take his EXDP away from him either.
Yes.
There's no
that was
when Brutus is checking out, when Brutus is checking, Silver Rupee is not catching on to it. When he's checked, he just needs to hold up or back.
Yeah.
Like every time he gets checked, just hold up, please. Such a great awareness from Brutus. Really abusing that fact.
Oh,
getting a lot more from checks than he should.
He didn't go for the flicker just because he knows that the flex is there. That was so good. Was waiting for the perfect moment.
I'm curious, are we going to go to 9?
That's a big punish.
Too far, way too far.
No. I think the kicks would have worked.
No, that definitely wouldn't have worked. Psycho Rising was not going to connect from there. If Psycho Up or that moves forward didn't work, what makes you think that was going to work?
I was only acting.
There we go, throw. Guard break. Good V-shift into the break. That's fine. That is completely fine because he doesn't get touched. And he's in V-trigger as well, so he can't V-shift him back. He only have to do a EX cycle upper. Ed's very good at doing that. Or I say ending Walker's very good at doing that. Stopping V-reversals and...
there finally gets the trade to work in his favor.
Oh, he could have punished him. He could have won the game. He could have won the game.
That was dangerous.
Yeah.
He did the timing a little bit earlier.
Oh,
There
too
you
sick.
go.
I love it.
That's so
Too
good.
sick.
He's ready. He's ready for these Psycho Knuckles.
And
He's
the
just
best
so
part
ready.
is they just both went into their first animation at the same time.
He's like,
Okay, I like it's good stuff that Brutus has equalized here. I do think that Silver Rupee squandered the opportunity there. He whiffed the throw. We saw Brutus V-shift. I'm pretty sure Flicker's 6 frames start up, so you can try and catch the V-shift with the Flicker. I don't know if it'll whiff right in his face. And then he could have cancelled
by the way-
the combo.
by the way, about the dojo that Brutus has, is it gonna be called the village hidden in the beef?
You're gonna have to ask him that after
I
we're
don't
done.
really. Yeah, I need to.
Well,
I don't get it.
If you don't get the hidden beef,
You haven't watched Naruto, clearly.
you're
It's
right.
okay.
I haven't.
I mean, Veggey's an adult,
that's
so
cool.
the rest of us
Yeah.
are children.
Yeah, big boys.
He wants Peppa the Pig.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. I have a son. I have watched Peppa the Pig. That's really good show.
That's a good show.
all right, there you go. Chasing it down. Good. Now, Silver Rupee's got the life at the moment. I'd be careful with that Stampede kick if I were you. Try another button instead.
Yeah, I'd be careful as well.
I would just try to get that Stampede Punch counter hit into V-Trigger for the first time, Brutus. Let's go. You can do it.
40 seconds on the clock. Sweep
Whoa,
activated.
the surprise sweep out of nowhere.
He activated in return. Okay, but it's guaranteed. He's got to hold this now. Try to backdash there, Brutus. No dice.
Oh, when he has to hold it, he's kind of losing.
Pull him back in. Pull him back in. There you go.
Oh, that was definitely not plus.
Took a risk.
No.
Nothing's working out.
Fights
the crush, though.
You know what? He figured out the timing. It's a bit earlier than he did before. That's why he's winning those trades now.
Whey!
That's so good.
The surprise dash into a combo, ending with the EX Psycho Knuckle, taking that round. 30 seconds remaining on the clock, so good way to close it out there. Let's see if Silver Rupee can take the lead and make it 9-8.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. This time it works.
Boy, there we go.
Are you feeling lucky?
Maybe.
He's getting quite a bit of those SPDs
Nice.
after that -4.
Sound fierce.
Trying to walk forward, you gotta be aware of that stand fierce. Yeah.
Oh, nice usage of Stampede Punch. Oh, finally we see one of those
You can't
unnecessarily
take the
good EXDPs.
You can't take the ed away from the player. Oh, there you go.
Gets the activation, goes for the reset, finds the EX, and now has that big. Is it gonna do it? Instant SPD again. Oh, finds the knee drop. First time in the set. Into the full version. Dead.
Believe
Yeah,
this.
he's dead. It's Sports Dynamite. Come on.
Dead.
That
Dead
does a
man
chunk even when heavily scaled. That does a chunk.
Dead man things.
Heavy demolitions.
Canadian first to 10. Finds that charge. I actually think the risk reward is kind of good on that, because even if he gets lariat, it's just a little bit of damage. But if he does get that whiff punish on those buttons preemptively, it's huge, as we see in this round.
Alright, there we go. Stand fierce again, getting that life. He's just trying to hold it. He
that's
spent
so
the bar.
good.
Yeah, he lost the bar in the process of doing that as well to beat the armor there. And there you go.
and
See, he's
he's
done it
in
again.
for a guessing
I'm
game.
telling you, introducing that every so often after blocking the hard kick is a genius move, I feel.
I like it too.
So good.
Throw.
Our
This
best
is
scientist. I
Rupee's
mean,
been so good in the corner though.
it's so good. Our best scientists are working on it, breaking down the formula.
Oh, he fits the whiff
Do
punish
the whole
on the
thing,
bait.
do the whole
Fierce.
thing. Right, is he going to
Yes.
do delayed jab or is he going to go for the gusto? Block!
There it is. And that's gonna be a 9-8 for Brutus.
Brutus back up in the lead. Brutus. Brutus. Brutus.
Brutus.
Oh, glad to know he's got cheerleaders.
Brutus. Brutus.
I mean, you are talking to two old GIF players. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Well,
What did you expect?
not
Muscle
much.
portfolio.
I want to see the GIF Nation shine again.
The Beef Village.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is stop playing Burning Plague E for the remainder of the time of SF5's lifespan. That's what you gotta do.
That's an interesting idea. I'll consider it.
No, you won't.
All right, cross up there, gets the 3-piece into the Psycho Flicker. Another NTM. It's hard kick.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, too far to get whip on. You should have done a stand hard kick there. Just get some sort of damage. Try to flex again just in case it was going to be a double flicker, but gets vacuumed in by the Cyclone Lariat, and we're back to neutral now. Here we go, just waiting it out.
Oh, once again.
Oh, big one, big things.
Good.
Reset.
Oh, he actually goes, just goes for that okay.
Make your choice, Rupee.
Another one. Oh, he gets back thrown. So unfortunate. Oh, nice anti-choice.
Kick. Yes, cursed properties.
Chases him, yeah, because he's been backdashing after that for so
Another
long.
one.
He's got one more guess.
No, I love it, but it didn't work out. So unfortunate.
Live by the gamble, die by the gamble.
Well, I mean, this is your whole life. Itabashi, how he's been doing this for over 2 decades is beyond me. How he's been doing this for over 2 decades is beyond me.
Sudden realization, this is your life. Live it.
This is your life. Rush
I mean, Brutus has a game to give before it's crunch time. He definitely wants to make it count now. Nice step, heavy kick. This is really slowing down.
Yeah, he wants to equalize this, so he's not going to overextend.
Right now.
Yeah, he's not going to overextend. Let's see, he's walking away here, just playing it patient. Yeah, he's just going to take a bunch of straight hits here, and he jumped. I don't know why he jumped there.
It's like the turtle and the hare, but they're both turtles.
Well, I mean, I'm down for that. But
Nice, gets the activation and the hit.
he's building super. Watch out, because if you make one mistake, that's going to be a super. Oh, my word.
Oh,
Did he try to punish with a jump too late?
Maybe he tried to vacuum him. I don't think that's dead. That's 3 lights. Yeah, that's 3 lights. Yeah, and he waited.
he just waited.
You might lose, though. Yeah, you might
No,
lose.
he doesn't want to sit. Get back down here, Zangief. Get them down here. You're not going to protect these guys. Let's go.
Well,
I'm not done with you yet.
well, it's 9 apiece. How about that?
Well, how the tables have turned.
I only tried to bring you the finest entertainment here on the show. That's all I tried to do. That's all I want to do.
Dude, you've done a great job, Jammerz.
1 game. Coin flip.
job.
I actually don't. I don't have my wallet here. I need to actually find it.
It's another banger. It's another banger.
Well,
Another banga.
how much do you want to bet a Psycho Upper on SPD is going to settle this game?
I don't want to bet. Because betting is illegal, Jammerz. Just kidding.
I mean, I'm not playing Geef because I didn't really feel successful.
When he gets the first time we see the usage of that buff, when he gets the conversion from the stand heavy kick into the regular SPD, which is kind of nice because he gets to save for super while also getting damage from his crushes. What a strong round. Is it gonna be reversal?
He had to. Yes. It was unsafe range.
The reversal
Oh, that was interesting again.
Guard break. He's got to hold all of this. He has to hold all of this.
He doesn't want to, and he's fortunate that that did not combo. He has to hold another one.
At least Zangief's like big age people, mitigates a little bit of that. Yes,
A little bit.
a little bit.
I agree.
I said a little bit.
Yeah,
I said a little bit.
I agree. You said a little bit. And I agree.
I haven't said anything. You just keep saying a little bit like you're 50 Cent. Like, Jesus Christ.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, nice. He goes for Larry. Doesn't want to risk the landing SPD anti-air stuff right there.
Please don't make a mistake. Please do not make a mistake.
This is really big. Nice stem. Medium punch needs 1.5 more of those. Does not get baited. Gets a lariat. Reaction. What do you got to do, Silver Rupee?
He's trying to bait something. Yeah, he's really trying to bait.
Scary. This stand fierce is so scary right now.
And he gets the no way.
He's not dead. He's not dead. No.
But he's not quite. He's an overhead. And there's the instant overhead. And you know, as a big body player, you just have to
do you know what,
remember
Veggey?
that.
Do you know what I think he did? I think he tried to jump into his one as well. I think he tried to do his one as well. But because Geese one's immediate kick is slower, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
exactly.
imagine.
And since he had like the knockdown advantage, oi.
It
would have been sick though to see him do like block the instant overhead and go into the air SPD, but Brutus is in big trouble and he's not guessing right in the corner.
No.
1, 2, 3.
He's gonna get the activation here.
Oh, he's waiting for that. Oh, what a slow down.
Big
I want to see him
red
walk up SPD.
walking forward.
I think he's gonna get it.
Hang on a minute.
He's gonna get it.
Let's see if he can chase him
Didn't
down
get the
to
counter
into a
hit, though.
final
Yeah, he
round
didn't-
here.
yeah, he didn't
Substantial
get the
life
counter
lead
hit.
here for Silver Rupee. He doesn't look like he's going to relinquish this one too easily. Flicker away. Oh,
no, and he missed. Oh, that's such unfortunate for Brutus. And he went for another read.
And another bad punish. Brutus is really falling apart here. And what a nice pep from Brutus.
from
Silver
the
Rupee just
scenes.
too ready.
He's so ready.
This
Like,
is
look
so
at how
bad.
the tables have turned.
how are you doing that? How
This
are
is
you
everything.
doing that?
I want to see the
Are
SPD.
you feeling lucky? Are you feeling lucky?
He was feeling lucky enough. But I mean, when this activation is coming, it's going to be really dangerous for
the super
Brutus.
is
He
there,
needs to
though.
find
The
something
super is there.
before.
Oh, he's dead. He's still alive.
Yes,
He's
let's
still
go.
alive. Oh my god, he's gonna bring it back. How's he gonna bring it back?
V-shift, so he's actually standing alive.
One jab will do
This
it.
is so close.
One jab will do it.
That's it. He's a crazy man.
Oh, yeah. Let's go with a medium punch.
How did he do that?
Over that stamp. How did he do that? It's
Dude,
the power.
the set point.
No, he made
The set point.
he done the flicker into EX Psycho Knuckle block again. How?
Brutus
Maybe
winning
he
that
missed it
round is
firm.
just amazing. That
It
Brutus
just shows you how godlike Brutus is.
he's so good.
Now, though,
yeah,
put
I'm
down
a
in the
fan.
corner.
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
Oh, and the
Gets checked. Silver Rupee. What you gonna
Now.
be? SPD?
Are you?
Oh,
he did it.
Great decision.
In
Nice
the
early
last
tech.
round. Oh,
Just
another
with
one.
a dash.
Big hug. EX hug.
That was punishable. That's -3. All right, here we go.
Don't you dare bring facts here.
Hold on a minute. It's all about feel at this point.
Clean
Anti-lariat.
lariat.
Right.
The
what-
activation is coming though.
Oh, the V reversal.
He has one more V reversal. He needs to
Gonna
not
be
get hit by
bleeding and then
straight
he
hits.
jump-
He
Oh,
finds
big crusher.
right.
He's
You know
gonna
what?
find it.
oh, he's not dead yet. Hold on. That's it. Oh no!
Oh, he went for it. No, Brutus didn't want to guess anymore.
Oh no, he's out of there. He's out of there.
He's gonna lariat.
No
He's gonna
way.
lariat. He's gonna try
This
lariat.
is crazy. This is crazy. I'm
Is he gonna
clenched. I'm clenched.
Oh, he
He's
gets
dead.
the punish into
Oh,
the damage.
yo.
That's it. Brutus did it. So Rupee
man.
came back like that. Amazing.
Okay.
What a 10 set.
Ladies
What a turnaround.
and gentlemen, we got there in the end. I think someone in the back of the street team almost fell asleep. He's walking up and done his job. He's done and put the graphic on the screen. Can we see only GGs in the chat? That was fantastic. Last hit of the game, 10-9. Silver Rupee just clutching it out there. That was fantastic to see. I almost thought Brutus had it, but it was down to the double light kick into the Psycho Upper SPD situation again. That was amazing. A long, mentally grueling set for the guys. We learned a lot. Hope you did as well, and hope you stayed entertained. But please, don't go nowhere. Stick around, because we got to talk to these people afterwards about that matchup and delve into a couple of things.
Don't you leave us.
So you know what? Refresh yourselves. Wipe the sweat off your brows, because there's no more geef. You're not gambling anymore. But we're going to be back within 5 minutes. See you in a bit.
Part of the ship, part of the
In a
crew.
bit, yeah.
You won't know what hit you.
Let me have some fun.
Let's get this mission started. This will be a good fight. Got you in my sights. Neutralized. Come on. Predictable. Time to end this. Fire. Double. I'm just on another level.
You call, I answer. Regime you on the
time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe? Such a lovely face. Stop, kid. You're killing me here. And only one of us is allowed to do the killing. PlayStation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring Silver, Rupee, and Brutus, an all-Canadian affair. Unfortunately, it does come to a close. If you are just joining us, I love those people in the chat. Is the set over yet? I know the show started 2 hours ago, but I've just arrived. It is over. Unfortunately, there's a score line next to me over there. Silver Rupee just clutching it out. If you did miss this live, it's going to be, the VODs are going to be put up on the YouTube channel in not too long, maybe in a couple of minutes, probably tomorrow at latest. But you see, it was an enduring set. It was fantastic to see. But we do have the guests back with us. Silver Rupee, Brutus, can you guys hear me loud and clear again?
What's good, bro?
Hey, perfect. So first of all, Silver Rupee, congratulations. I can't imagine the stress you were feeling each and every round.
I think we were both feeling stressed. Let's be real.
Well, listen, you know what people forget about grapplers? They're guessing just as much as the defender.
Exactly.
People do misunderstand that, but at the end of the day,
jokes aside,
if you get grabbed, you get grabbed. But the first thing I gotta ask is, Silver Rupee, your mentality going into this matchup in general. How does it feel? For me, it looked like you had to dictate a lot of the, safe choices there. When to cycle up or when to backdash, when to V-shift. It didn't look like you were in complete control, but it was like Brutus was handing you. You make the choice, I'll just react. Is it safe to assume that, or is it something different?
No, that's pretty much safe to assume. I think a majority of the times when it comes to me playing this matchup, personally, I have to sort of slow and compose my game down, and also my mentality. I think I have to really just tell myself not to really overextend or overcommit to a few options that I tend to do against certain other characters, because he has all the options. He saw, especially too, he would switch up options where he would go for a light SPD after I do a roundhouse, or he would go for the jab and then just make me second guess what he's going to choose. So it's definitely, I think I have to stay calm and relaxed.
Okay.
And kind of react to what I can, and then also just force the engagement and take advantage of when I can as well.
Okay, interesting. Now, you talk about try not to overcommit in that matchup. There was a couple of times, I don't know if this is a thing, because when I've practiced Ed a little bit in training, but it's never happened. Somehow you managed to get Flicker into EX Knuckle on block. Can you explain that to me? Was that just an accident?
Those are a few accidents, yeah. I think there's a couple times where I just thought I'd be triggered, but I didn't, by a sliver.
Okay.
And then other times it was just sort of just a really bad confirm.
Okay. No, listen, if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest about anything else. But I was just a bit confused, because I'm like, how do you do that? I'm pretty sure that's impossible to do that. But you showed me today, and I think Ending Walk in the chat said it at one point. I think somebody showed me. He said, Ending Walk is I've got that once or twice. I'm like, oh, it is a thing then. Because to me, when I practiced it, it's that almost seems impossible to miss. I thought it only came out on hit, so you taught me something new about Flicker into Knuckle on block. Now, there was another instance as well. This is more for the both of you, but I want to get Silver Rupee's perspective on this first. In the very last game, I think it's the first round, Rupee, you ended it with an instant jump light kick. Brutus, did you try and do instant jump medium kick to counter that, or did you just get hit?
I did instant jump medium kick because I
Told
thought
you,
it was
Veggey. I told you he
Yeah,
tried
you're
to.
right. But Brutus, you as a big
Yeah.
body main must remember that every instant overhead character will try to instant overhead you when you're close to stun or death.
Oh, you're right, Veggey. I should have just
Yes.
been correct. You're right. I should have just guessed right. You're right,
Should've
bro.
just guessed right.
Brutus,
Thank
you're
you,
right.
Veggey.
Did you even remember that he has the jump light kick?
Yes, bro. I guessed wrong. My bad. Jeez.
Oh, man. But I mean, no, it was. I had to
I'm just
confirm
joking.
it. I had to confirm it with the both of you because I'm like, we all said, oh yeah, instant jump light kick. He got hit. I said, hold on, wait, Brutus tried to do jump medium kick and he just got hit because it's slower. I was like, okay, I had to confirm that there. Also, Silver Rupee, there was a couple of instances early in the set. You were doing this V-Trigger 2 combo. You tried to end it with the up ultra snatch and it was missing. Is that a timing thing or is that specific to Geef that it misses? Can you talk me through that a little bit?
No, it's more a manual timing thing.
Okay.
I just closer to the corner, you have to delay upper for it to actually connect on the VT2 cancel.
Okay.
So that was just me sort of, I guess, like either just warming up a little bit in the set, I guess, to get that. But even then, I think like the rest of the set, I don't think I even did it after, just for the case of just like being sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically a timing thing. I just messed it up, and you have to clean that up.
Well, listen, that's what it's all about. That's what being a player is all about. Just fixing those small little problems, those minor mistakes we're making, and make sure we have them to perfection, so we don't drop those in the big games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just have to clear that up as well. Veggey, you got any questions you want to ask the guy?
Yeah, right now I was just I was thinking about that situation for Brutus with you know that when he does the V trigger, you know the situation Olvaha that you were mentioning with charge, was it charge fierce into the
Psycho Knuckle.
yeah, into the Psycho Knuckle? It's like the best. Is there? Are you doing the lariat because it's universal answer, or is it the best option to counteract, or is there more like if you have a good read on what it's gonna do, could you get more out of that punish?
I'm misreacting, honestly. I'm thinking he's doing the snatcher, and then I hit lariat, and I just get lucky sometimes.
Okay.
Because the actual tech is I'm supposed to be doing. I was trying to counteract it with stand fierce, because the idea is he's going to charge your knuckle, and then I charge the fierce absorb, and then crush him. You saw me do that a few times.
Right.
And obviously, like flex is also a good option there, most likely. Am I correct?
Yeah, flex can be a good option. Yeah, I just don't like to do flex because the thing about the matchup is that like. You have to try to play really reactionary, but you have to react fast, and they kind of all look a little similar. So you can sometimes get messed up from that stuff. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Definitely.
That was happening to me a lot.
But it was very interesting to see, like, because for me, for a moment there, it looked like you were actually trying to use lariat there, and you kind of changed the timing there. You did it a little bit earlier, and then it started beating the Psycho Knuckle.
Yeah, it was just luck.
If I can if I can slide in there for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
I know from like a farther range, lariat actually is a good option just because it actually beats out Psycho Knuckle. Just because you have more time to react, so the active frames actually come into play more so than like trying to do it closer up.
Oh, okay.
Very interesting.
No, it's always good to hear both perspectives because it's like, again, Brutus had like amazing counters to pretty much 90% of what Silver Rupee was doing. It's just all about timing and when Silver Rupee wanted to reintroduce those options as he did late on the set. So it's always good. And sometimes you're just like, yo, I was just guessing, and other times like, no, I was calculating. You've got to be honest about it, man. I like this breakdown.
And for Silver Rupee, I was just because I know Brutus didn't jump a lot. So when he first jumped, you used to you went for the stab medium kick. Is the triple kick anti-air unreliable against Zangief's jump medium kick, or is it just that he jumps so seldom that you're not really ready with it?
I feel like at the time I'm probably not ready for it, so the startup of it probably would have been beaten out by the jump medium kick, because it's so much higher leading it down to the ground. But like for me, I'm really comfortable using the stand medium kick as an anti-air tool, and close enough at times being able to get that like sort of like cross under pseudo mix. So yeah, that's just kind of how I think about anti-airing.
Okay. No, fair play. Olvaha, have you got any questions you want to ask them? That's all.
Well, actually, Veggey took my question, so...
I'm a thief! That's a real thief.
Damn.
A thief.
Like
a round thief.
strong gobbling energy there.
Well,
but
I
just wanted to ask Brutus specifically about, like, for people who don't play grapplers, like, what's your, like, state of mind for, like, let's say you get like an EX SPD. I just want to like pry your brain a little bit here. So like, what are you usually looking for? Like the first option you're looking for from an EX SPD? Is it like completely random?
Nah, he does the whole GLHF. Good luck, have fun. That's it.
Yeah, Jesus, take the wheel.
Okay.
No, but it really, like, so a big thing that I like to do in Oki is I like to pay attention to how my opponent's playing neutral. So when I'm playing Silver Rupee early on, the reason why I actually went for a lot of SPDs is because I noticed he was playing very conservative and neutral. So when people play very conservative and neutral, they usually are very conservative on defense. It's usually a 1-to-1, typically, until proven otherwise. But later on the set, as it got more intense and stuff, he started picking more options as he was more active in neutral. I should have picked up on that maybe a little bit better. That was an issue with me. I didn't adapt fast enough. But he kept his defense good. He adapted well.
No, but that was an incredibly interesting insight because I never thought about that. But it's a great point that if they are playing wild, their defense might be wild, and if they're playing solid, their defense might be solid.
It's kind of like that whole, not necessarily a domino effect, but it's like when you can understand one or two things about their aspects in the neutral, you can kind of get a good grasp of what they're going to do for the remaining of the set, whether it's going to be first to 3 or first to 5, first to 2. Like Brutus said, Jesus takes the wheel. Good luck in that. You can't read anyone in the first to 2, but like in sets like this, especially with the whole mental endurance that you need, that insight is probably one of the best insights I've heard. It's like, look, you're playing conservative here, guess what? You're probably going to sit there and take everything I'm going to throw at you for a little while until I kind of galvanize you into doing something else, then you're going to change it up. Which I like that kind of constant back and forth, but it's still that gambling lifestyle, the left, right, the up, down, the grab button, you know, that's how it goes. It's Street Fighter 5 is strike, throw the game.
Yeah, I think it's also really interesting for people who really don't normally gravitate towards grapplers. I think that's like a really interesting question because it's such a different playstyle altogether because it has so many like nooks and crannies, so to speak.
Yeah, no, that was a very interesting insight. Now, I got a question for the both of you. I'm looking at this correctly now, and your World Warrior status. Brutus, I think you're 3rd on your leaderboard, so I think you're okay for the regional finals.
I think I'm tied for 4th with Miso right now.
Yes, that's actually true. I'm looking at it now. Brutus, 80 points. Misa Kratz, shouts to Misa Kratz, got 80 points as well.
I saw her in the chat as well.
I think you guys are... Or the pair of you are relatively safe. You might need an extra like 20 or something. But Silver Rupee, you're like 11th, so you can still slip in there. There's still 2 more.
I actually noticed before, and I kind of mentioned it too. My 3rd week points are like split between 2 profiles. So I'm actually, I think, around 8th or 7th.
Okay, so this thing's been lying to me. Damn, what is it with you players and splitting up profiles?
It's actually happened to. It's happened to quite a few players that they've been like.
Number of them.
But the leaderboard should be right on the Smash GG ladder.
I'll have to look at that in a little while. But yeah, my question regarding that is, if you had to pick one player to represent, Canada, Eastern Canada from this World Warrior, who would you want it to be? Silver Rupee, you first. If it wasn't you, who would you want to represent Canada or Eastern Canada?
Oh, that's easy. Actually, Brutus.
Fair.
Honestly, I accept and also acknowledge that, like, when I first got into the scene around here in my locals, I came around like season 2 to be able to see and like just finally find out about Brutus and like saw just how he did in there, and like he went through it all with all like the Red Bull stuff, team tourneys, like qualifying for different things, doing really well even at that point. So for me, Brutus has always been one of my favorite players to be around and watch. So yeah.
Okay, fair. All right, Brutus, you definitely got a fanboy very close to you. But yeah, Brutus, what about you? If it wasn't you to represent in the CPT finals, who would you want to represent Eastern Canada?
Gotta pick my boy Joe Rogan. He's been cooking, and he's from Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta pick my boy Joe.
Fair.
I can't pick Flux Waves because he's from French Canada, and that's not even real Canada. And then Z's Nuts in 3rd, and Z's Nuts in 3rd. Guess where he's from? All right, it's not even real Canada. All right, it's fake Canada.
Wow.
Which Canada?
God damn.
Well,
French Canada.
English, you just said it. Yeah. Hey, all right. Listen, they said it with their chest. I like it. But now, another question I got asked regarding the World Warrior, because again, you guys you're definitely in the running. Any of you guys could qualify. Would you want the World Warrior program to return in Street Fighter 6 if we do get a CPT of some sorts? Brutus, I want your opinion on that first.
Oh, I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Would you want the World Warrior program to return for Street Fighter 6 if we get a CPT of some sorts?
Oh yeah, of course. I love the fact that it gives more representation to like smaller scenes. So like for us, like Canadian scenes, we've always had like very strong players, right? But the issue with Canada is that our population is not there, right? So one thing I like to say about the Canadian scene is that imagine California and spread that across the entire United States. That's what it's like being in Canada, right? Like, because California has more population than Canada. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
So we have very strong players, but it's very hard because we don't have we're not close together, right? It's very hard for us to grow up together and like level up together. So I like that we get the representation on the World Warrior events.
I mean, just meet up.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
You're blowing my mind.
I know. Hey, Brutus, you've gotten 2 advices so far.
I know, right?
That's right.
And just meet up.
Wait.
I mean,
Meet up.
He's gonna write this down. He's gonna write this down.
Do you know what's crazy? Veggey, we should have told Olvaha to just come Evo with us, you know?
Just come.
Just come
Oh.
Evo. Anyway. But yes, Silver Rupee, do you share the same sentiment as Brutus in regards to the World Warrior program returning with Street Fighter 6, or do you have a different opinion on that?
No, like honestly, I agree too. I think like along with the fact of being able to bring us all together and be able to play in like just one solo event, even though it's online, I think the bigger thing as well is just like being able to showcase all the talent that we have around this area, right? Like even like if you look at the standings, like you said, Miso being really high up in the standings, that's a huge win for her as well, and that's someone that has developed and grown as a player and is finally getting to show it off over the time that like COVID happened too, right? So I would say like being able to also find new undiscovered talent or talent that's developing is like a big win for what the World Warrior is.
Okay, fair. All right, don't worry, I'm noting all this down. I'll present a case to Capcom. Like, look, they want the World Warrior program to come back. Just bring it back. I'm just following.
Just bring it back.
Just bring it
Just
back.
bring it back. There you go. Like,
I
geez.
love how you're already picking up what we are putting down. Like, absolutely. You love to see that. Growth. That's called growth as a player.
Well, speaking of growth.
And as a person.
Yeah, and as a person.
Yes.
Speaking of
Big
growth.
true, big true.
We've got, we've still got, like, what, just under a year, maybe even less time with Street Fighter 5. But I imagine, Silver Rupee and Brutus, you've been seeing the stuff on Street Fighter 6 as much as possible, all the footage and whatnot. Am I right in saying that?
There's not a lot for me to watch, bro. Where's my trailer? Where's my trailer?
You can,
Where's my trailer?
You can wait for that.
Our trailer.
Our trailer.
Our
yeah.
trailer.
Hang on. Now, listen, I've heard he's been loving Dalsim on social media. He's been watching that Dalsim trailer. every day.
You know, my favorite part is how they're taking out Yoga Gale. Awesome. That's my favorite part about
And
Dalsim.
giving back Yoga Blast. Yeah, great.
Yoga fire.
Yoga Blast. Hey, listen, when Yoga Blast hit, that was a damn clean anti. I'll tell you that much.
That was clean.
But,
and it was a hard knockdown.
OD up flame?
Well, we'll find out.
But what if it's like that? Instead of having all these normal anti-airs, Dalsim has to use a DP motion anti.
He has the anvil. He has the anvil.
Anvil's slow though. He can't really react with Anvil a lot of the time.
That's true, but he has the back medium punch as well.
But yeah,
Does he though?
before we
He does.
steer off course, my question for the both of them was, I'll get Brutus' opinion on this first. Have you got high hopes for SF6, or are you worried about one or two things? Talk to me.
Oh, I have very high hopes for Street Fighter 6. I've been liking almost everything I see so far. I think maybe one thing is that whiff punishing might be a little too easy right now. Like, you see characters stick out the crouch medium kicks, and they're getting hit by, like, crouch medium kicks from the other side of the screen. It's a, like... I understand that they're developing the engine around whiff punishing specifically because the whole punish counter mechanic, but I hope that maybe that's tied to more specific normals and not like a universal, every button is like a Geef stand fierce, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I know what you mean, but I haven't, like, I think that as long as the button isn't cancelable, it could be hard to whiff punish it. But I do like that cancelable buttons that can lead to a lot of damage have a higher risk than like a control button, like a jab or a medium punch.
Okay, no, I again, very interesting perspective there. Listen, the game might revolve around with punishing from start to finish. It could turn into, it could derive into something more chaotic. It could be deriving something more simple. Who knows? We will see. But Silver Rupee, what about you? You got high hopes, or are you worried about one or two things?
No, I have pretty high hopes, and I just see a lot of different mechanics that are coming into play, and just like seeing all the experimentation too from certain players like that show over Twitter and like all this new stuff. Like even like I think over the past week or so there was a bunch of stuff for like Guile and just like sort of new mechanics being discovered. Sort of like even like with Burnout changing sort of block properties.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right. So that stuff too is just like it's interesting and it's so like. I'm so excited to like just deep dive. That's what it is.
Because it's been a little while, because obviously for those of you who didn't play SF5 from the beginning back in 2016, it really felt like with this game, you basically you taught yourself one or two combos, and then that was it. So you learnt the combos in about 3 days, and you had to figure out strategies and matchups. But at that time, players don't really think like that. They're just like, right, where can I find the option selects? Where can I deep dive with this sort of tech? Can this block shoot work against specific characters? It was very lackluster. Like the way Street Fighter 5 is now, it's the best it's ever been. Like I do enjoy this version of the game, but how Street Fighter 6 is looking to like hit the ground running, that is definitely, if I do say so myself, a breath of fresh air, because there's a lot of things for people to work with from the get-go. That's crazy. So, no, it was good to ask the both of you regarding that. Olvaha, you got any questions you want to ask about SF6?
I did want to ask Brutus about Zangief specifically. What would you like to see Zangief in Street Fighter 6? Regarding like his move set, would you like to see some things return from 4, for example? Give me a little bit of your thoughts.
So I hope I love obviously Street Fighter 5 Gief. I've been playing this character for 7 years or however long this game's been out now, right? But I think it would be really cool that they develop him to be more like 4, because in 4, like he's a tank and he walks around, but he's not slow. You know what I mean? In this game, he's a tank, right? But in Street Fighter 6, they're giving everyone everything. So I think I'd like them to base him more around the 4 version of Zangief than 5.
Cultured answer.
Very good answer.
Okay, fair. Silver Rupee,
Council of Giefs approves.
Well, there you go. That council's probably only the 2 of you.
It's 3 of us. It's me, Olvaha, Brutus.
Last time I checked, you were a birdie player because you ditched your original love because it didn't
Our
apparently work
council.
in this game.
Our council.
Zangief in Street Fighter 5 is Hagar.
Anyway,
No.
Silver Rupee, is there any character that interests you in 5 right now from what you've seen? Because Ed's not there, so is there any other character that interests you?
I mean, I like the aspect of Psycho Power, obviously, in the game, so maybe someone like JP would be one I'd explore. Maybe give him a bit of time to Kimberly. And then also, like, I think experiment. Honestly, I think I've also mentioned I want to learn the cast. Like, that's the thing.
You want to learn the system. You want to play the game. You don't want to play a character. You want to play the game. Okay. No, I like that. Listen, those kind of players go very far. They like, I just want to play the game. That's it. I'll play anyone.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, you don't have time to be like that. But anyway. That's it. You want to be a commentator. You don't want to be a top tier player.
Yes.
You want to be a commentator. You got to learn the game in a different aspect. That's what you want.
Yes.
But okay, that's going to be interesting to see there. Now, obviously, one last thing I want to ask you before I give these guys some final questions. Street Fighter League US. Brutus, is there any team you're particularly rooting for that, or?
I honestly forget what the teams are. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
I would see like the tweets when they get announced, and they're all great teams, no doubt. But I would have to double check.
How can you say they're great teams if you forgot what they are?
No, because I see them. When I saw them, I was like, oh, that team's broken every time. Oh wait, Knuckle-Doo's team. I'm cheering for Knuckle-Doo's team.
So,
I'm cheering for Knuckle-Doo's team. I don't know who's
with Shine, IDOM, Gamer B, and Knuckle-Doo.
Oh yeah, okay, that team, 100%.
Tremendous team.
Nah, Brutus is the best. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. We work with that.
Perfect.
Okay. Dare I ask, Silver Rupee, is there a team you're rooting for in Street Fighter League, or you're not too fussed about that?
Honestly, I like that team is really broken, and I feel like that'll be a really, really strong contender. But like, honestly, I personally would like to see Nasser expanded.
Okay. Big
right?
Bird, Angry Bird, Mena, and
Yeah.
Kaba. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that team's broken too.
Well,
All the teams are broken.
You're just gonna keep saying that to every team.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of ridiculous.
But let me ask you this on the fly. If you had to have a straight representation of Canada in Street Fighter League, 4 players, who would those 4 players be? Silver Rupee, I want your opinion on this first. So it's a tough question, isn't it? Yeah.
It is a very tough question, yeah. Because I feel like right now, as we see stuff, Joe and Flux Waves I would have there for sure.
Okay.
I would probably consider putting Mortzy in as well.
Ooh, wild card. Okay.
Yeah, looking at the West Coast, and then fourth spot I'll say split between Sabor and Brutus.
Wow. Okay. It's a tough call, isn't it? When you got 4 people. Yeah, it's rough. How do you think we felt?
It is rough.
Right. Brutus, what about you? Do you think that lineup's good, or do you think you'd change it a little bit?
Maybe a little bit. So my lineup would personally be, you got to put in Flux Waves.
Yeah.
I'd put in either myself or Joe. I feel like either of us would be really good. From BC, I would put in Cereblast. And then from Midwest Canada, I would put in Cayman. Cayman's a secret weapon. That dude is really strong.
Do you know what? Like, this is the thing, right? Secret weapons are important. I'm surprised none of you guys mentioned DB Gen with his Seth. I think Seth in
DB Gen is very strong.
I think Seth in those kind of environments as a secret weapon's a pretty good choice as well. But it's tough to pick 4 players. That's why I like you guys.
Tough.
I don't want no one hating me after this. This is my opinion.
The thing about the 4 is I really want, like, if Canada does get a team, which I would really hope next year for Street Fighter 6 we do get representation, maybe. Getting 1 player from each part of Canada would be really cool. So that's why I picked the players that I did.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I like that. Right, Veggey, have you got any other questions you want to ask these guys before I hit them with my last question?
I was interested in the whole in Street Fighter League thing, and since there are in Street Fighter League US there aren't only like US teams.
Yeah.
Do you think that they should make a separate Street Fighter League US for only US teams, or just expand? Like, what are your thoughts as like North American players, seeing that in the European Street Fighter League there's just European players, while in the US there's more of a mixture?
So it's like
people.
SFL Global, basically.
Yeah, it's more like a SFL Global instead of. You think there should? You think there should be more teams since it's like that, or?
I'm not a big fan, to be honest, of US being filled with a bunch of international players. I'm personally not a big fan. I really like that EU gets representation just from EU. And Street Fighter League Japan is only Japanese players. And then NA is like the melting pot. It's kind of strange, right? Like, I think NA should have its own NA players represented. And that doesn't just mean like Canada and America. Like, get some Mexican players like Kusanagi in Street Fighter League would be sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's American. Yes, you think like American, North, South, all over America then.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The representation is a tough deal because again, like, there's limited spots. There's so much players you can pick for this, and it's a big opportunity for a lot of players, and it's a lot of other players' livelihoods. 24 people is hard to boil that down to be 24, but I do understand where you're coming from. Silver Rupee, what about you? Do you kind of agree with that? Or?
Yeah, I agree too, but I also kind of like would also prefer seeing. I would say like kind of the way SFL Japan did for I believe the first 2 seasons. They did like a qualifying circuit for some spots, and they did like other extended like ranked battle series, like to be able to offer up more spots, and then like the whole draft aspect too. Like that's
like
really exciting stuff.
Like the NBA. Okay.
So along with having like more regions involved and staying to your respective region, I would like that stuff too. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, okay. Again, it's still, I imagine it's a learning curve for Capcom and everybody that is involved with it. Maybe in the future, fingers crossed, we do get Street Fighter League returning and other big competitions for Street Fighter 6. Maybe they might do a draft thing. Maybe there might be more qualification spots for it. More open play. We'll see. But you have to remember as well, Street Fighter 6 is going to be a clean slate. So everyone's got to start from square one again. So you could see qualifications right off the bat because we don't know who's going to be good at it. We don't know who's going to be terrible at it. I'm just saying it how it is.
Nah, I'm going to be nasty.
Oh, what? You just want to be nasty all day, every day.
I'm gonna be nasty, 100%.
Well, fair play to you. Fair play to you.
I'm gonna do the same. I don't know. I'm not trying to stay behind, yo.
Hi, I'm nasty.
All right. Olvaha, have you got any other questions? Right, hit them with my final question.
From my point of view, you can hit them with the final question.
But don't hit them too hard, though, Jammerz.
Yeah.
The final question.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
gotta
it's
pull
my
those
surprise
punches.
question. It's not really a surprise, but you'll kind of get into it. I'll put you on the spot with this one. Right. So, you should be aware. I'm a bit worried because Brutus wasn't aware about the Street Fighter League US team, so I'm a bit worried. You should be aware that they are putting commentators into Street Fighter 6 as real-time commentators. Now, if you had the choice to put 2 commentators as DLC commentators in Street Fighter 6, who would they be? Brutus, I want your opinion first.
Oh, that's free. Yipes and Lee Chung, 100%.
As a pairing, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
100%.
Okay. Any specific reason why, or just like I just love those two?
I just love those two. They've always been my favorite commentary duo.
Fair play to that. I think you're the first person to say Lee Chung. I think you are the first person to say Lee Chung. I've been asking this question for a little while now. Silver Rupee, what about you? If you could pick 2 DLC commentators, who would you want to see in the game?
I think I would like to see. I agree with the Yipes bit. I do think Yipes should be, and then also, I'm not sure. No, this is not been announced, but F Word.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. F Word's a good pick as well. I mean, there's a lot of interesting picks. I think we asked someone before. He said, "Why don't you just put an automated voice in there from a different game?" And that was an interesting choice as well.
That was on Portal.
I think it's Portal. Yeah, it was. I think it was the Portal voice. Yeah, no, it's an interesting call because it opens up a lot of doors for people. Because the fact that if this works out for Street Fighter 6, the whole commentator thing in the game, that could work for the next generation of fighting games. It could work across the board. So fingers crossed it gets work. Maybe there might be some DLC packs. Who knows? In the future, we will see there. Right. So, gentlemen, I believe we are just about out of time for this post-match interview. Much appreciated for your time. Richard, can you put their fight card on the screen so people know where to follow them? And now, I regret to say this, but I have to do it because I have to be kind to all my guests. This is your chance to say whatever you like. The podium is yours. Brutus, you first, because I know you're going to want to say something.
We as a community need to come together and fight the real fight. We need to ban Dawson from every event. He's broken. He has no bad matchups. He invalidates 100% of the cast at 99 seconds. All right? I don't understand how this keeps flying under the radar. We need to work together to fight this injustice.
I can't help but feel you're in the captain's cabin with Veggey and Fino on that ship that's driving this Dalsim crusade. You somehow snuck on
Listen. I've been a Dalsim hater since day one, before it was cool, all right? I'm a Dalsim hater hipster.
Facts, that's facts. I agree with that.
I've been a Dalsim hater hipster.
No. Brutus, I hated Dalsim since before you were born.
Well.
That's meta.
Well, apparently. Clearly. Anyway, outside of your Twitter account, is there anywhere else people can follow you, Brutus, or is it just your Twitter account?
It's mostly just Twitter. That's where I'm mostly active.
Yeah, if you don't like Dalsim or you want to know how to grab people and just be annoyed at Dalsim for a living and don't get paid for it, then hit up Brutus at LeBrutus on Twitter. It's free. I'll tell you what you can do. I'll tell you what you can. You can DM him and say, "How did you figure out the algorithm to be annoyed at Dalsim?" That's a very good one. Anyway,
Yoga fire.
Yes, Silver Rupee, what about you? This is your chance to plug yourself or thank whoever you want to thank.
I want to say just come Street Fighter 6. Don't underestimate Canada. That's all.
Oh wow.
And also, yeah, I mean, I had a fun time. Thank you everybody for having us on. If you want to check us out and also see us, I guess, when it comes to World Warrior, just check out Incendium Gaming on Twitch, and then also, I have Twitch and Twitter. So if you want to follow, you want to check some Ed shenanigans, that's me.
Oh, okay. Nah, good stuff
That's
there.
you.
Actually, do you know, I got one final question. It just occurred to me. One final question before we let you both go. Brutus, this is for you.
Okay.
Do you want a run back?
A run back?
Yeah. Do you want a run back?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I will make note of it because it was final game,
Ladies
final
and
round.
gentlemen, we got him.
Of course.
Listen, I'll tell you what.
Will you remember to guess right?
Listen. Rupee is godlike. All right. Rupee is mad sick.
Meet up.
I don't like losing. All right. I don't like losing. It don't matter how good they are.
Just meet up and guess right.
Well, apparently it's as simple as that. But yes, gentlemen, we have taken up too much of your time, and we do actually have a show to close out now. I'm pretty sure it's pretty late for Olvaha as well. But yes, you say that. But gentlemen, when you are ready, you can leave the Discord call, and I'll drop you both a message later. Thank you once again for joining us. But yes, Silver Rupee, congratulations once again, and I will speak to you guys very soon.
Big rats.
Right. Big rats. Thanks
everybody.
Thanks for
Take
coming.
care,
Bye.
gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, so how about that? That was another gourmet set we bring to you. That was fantastic to
Only
see.
the best.
And do you know what? It's crazy because we had a crazy Canadian set before with Wash Your Hands and DB again, and then again the Canadian scene are coming out full force with Brutus
Wash your
and
hands
Silver.
and brush your teeth.
Well, that's it. They're coming out full force with Silver, Rupee, and Brutus there. But you know what? I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys learned a lot as well.
I learned, but I already forgot it.
I learned it, I learned not to main Zangief in Street Fighter 5.
That's a lesson learned then, baby.
Well, I mean,
But I don't think Brutus has learned it yet.
You said not to main him, but it was
School of
10-9.
Hard
It was literally one whiff punish. That was the decider. It was one whiff punish. It wasn't, and they were both looking for it, to be fair. So, tossed out a button. That's what happens. And it was a
toss.
That was a preview of Street Fighter 6. It's going to be a button, whiff punish, conversion, straight to the corner, wall splat.
Dry
stun.
brush, baby.
I don't know. It's going to be all sorts. But yeah, no, that was perfect to see.
Looking forward to all of that.
Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the action just as much as we did at home. But yes, you know what? We have to do a few plugins as well. So first of all, I've got to tell you this. Street Fighter 6 beta. It's this week. It's this week. Richard, roll the graphic if you can find it real quick. It's this week. It's going to be happening from October 7th, the Friday, to October 10th. Now, if you have applied to the closed beta, I believe codes are coming out this week. I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't actually sign up for the beta, so have fun with that. You guys have fun with that. I'll probably just go to somebody's house and play on their PC. Somebody said Brutus versus Mr. Crimson Egg. If you can find a way to have Canada play against France with the clean connection, you can come find me after that. Until then, I don't think we can make that happen. But yes, anyway, what I do make sure that can happen is that people who do get in the closed beta, have some fun, record as much footage you can, give your opinions, don't do these silly reaction videos with this algorithm YouTube thumbnails. Those are a bit silly. But
yes.
Make sure you go on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, and Steam, which I think that's the vast majority of what people have been applying for. But yeah, you're going to get the whole lot. Rank match, casual match, battle hub match, open tournament, extreme battle games there, and of course, training mode. You're not going to be shoved in training mode waiting for a game and you won't be able to finish your combo.
Dude, so good.
You're actually going to have a training mode in this closed
Lab
beta.
it out. Our best scientists are working on it.
So look forward to it. And of course, something else is going to be happening on October 7th. It's going to be Street Fighter League US, and we're going to show you the teams right now, just to refresh your memory as well. Let's see what's and this is it. Yes, this is the team that Brutus apparently is rooting for. He said, I don't remember the teams. I remember that one. Wherever Knuckle-Doo's team is, I remember that one. It's Team Endemic, if you must know. It's going to have Knuckle-Doo, Gamer B, Shine, and Idom. Postman Idom is there. They're going to be doing some damage, but this is going to be happening from October 7th. Roll on the next team, Richard. They got to know. It's going to be Team CLG with Chris CCH, Filipino Man, Just a Kid, Evo, top 8 finalists, as well as Samurai doing the damage. There's 2 Capcom finalists in that team. Do not sleep on them indeed. And then we roll on the next team, which is Team NASA X Bandits, the team that Silver Rupee is looking out for. If you have Big Bird and Angry Bird in your team, you're almost guaranteed a surefire way to the playoffs. Let's see if it happens this season as well. Big Bird, Angry Bird, Kaba, and Mena RD are going to be in that team. Can't wait to see how these guys work. But then it's Team Friendship with the Panda. They've got Punk, JB, Kami, who's actually in London right now, I believe. He is here with us. I don't know why. We're going to try and get him on the show, hopefully. And of course, we've got Nephew, a bunch of killers here. Do not sleep on these guys. These guys are doing the work. The power of friendship and communication goes a long way. But then another team, we got to introduce that there as well. A new team to the lineup, Red Rooster. It is comprised of Hot Dog, Ajax Fidelity, another Ed player, Mono doing the damage with the Fang and the Bison. He's all about the Shadaloo. And of course, Dr. Smuggles. PhD Smuggles, Chef Smuggles. Yes. I don't know what he calls it. He puts Timberlands on his hands and thinks they're hands. I don't know what he does. He's there for the entertainment, and you guys need to be entertained by his gameplay. That is going to be another team part of the Street Fighter League US lineup. I feel I'm missing one. Yes! That is it. Team UYU. Oil King, DCQ, NL, Jan. A mixture of solidity and trickery. It's in the squad. Rashid, Yuri, and Cammy, Luke, and of course Seth. Good luck to all the combatants that got to fight this team because they're going to ruin your day. I actually have them as one of my favorites to win the league. Who knows if they do that.
They are strong.
There's a lot of strong contenders in that league. But yes, this will all be airing from October 7th this week. I believe they put the times out, or they're basically advertising the times. It's going to be put on the YouTube, the Twitch channel, so make sure you tune in for that. And then, of course, the reminder, Street Fighter League Europe is going to be happening from the Monday, October 10th. And that is where our important announcement comes. There's no graphic for it at the moment. We might do one in the days to come or whatnot. We'll see how that goes. But yes, Street Fighter League EU is going to be airing every Monday during our usual time slot for sets, and it's going to be probably maybe like a 2 or 3 hour show. If I'm just judging off the timings from Street Fighter League US in the previous seasons, it's going to take over our usual time slot, and we can't take the airways to do our show when Street Fighter League EU is on. So what we are going to do is we're going to change days, reschedule. I believe we have agreed for Tuesday. I need to double check, but once we finalize everything, we will let you know as soon as possible. If there is no show next week, it's because we're still determining, and we all got busy lives ourselves, but we need to come in unison and make sure we come to a unanimous decision on that. Just to let you know, we're not going to be on for Monday for about 14, 15 weeks. I can't even
Don't like that, yeah.
I can't count that far.
It's going to be a long time. Well, I'm 14, glad to know you can't count that
we
far.
could add the counter to 14, remember, today. So if it is 14, we can count to 14. We learned that today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I already forgot it.
We will see. Anyway, that's enough for our announcements today. Make sure you follow us on our Twitter at HCJammers, at VeggeySF, at Olvaha over there. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. I need to make note because we're going to make sure at some point before Street Fighter 5 has ended, we get Brutus and Silver Rupee back on the show for a run back because it was another nail-biting 10-9. But I'll tell you what, it's the walking casino versus the guy who knows his ABCs. Hopefully you guys can count to 3, and when I snap my fingers, we're going to close this show. We'll see you soon. Good night.
The house always wins.
Not.